Please keep yourselves muted.
What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Love Coach Scott Thomas. I'm here with my wonderful co-host Tangela, and welcome to the Awakening World, our Saturday night edition. I want to welcome all of our friends that are in the Zoom room. Let us know where you're coming from geographically. And I want to welcome everybody who's watching on Facebook. We go out to as many as 100 Facebook groups and pages via the Sign Network. A big thank you to John and Summer Raymer, who are the people that run the Sign Network, and they put us out to all of you. And I especially want to welcome our friends watching on Unify. We love our friends on Unify. Tell us where you're coming from geographically, whether you're in our Zoom room, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And thank you, Alan Steinfeld, who puts us out on his YouTube channel. And also we have our Global Peace Tribe channel. Let us know where you're coming from. And we're going to have a very special interactive show tonight. We've got two world-class healers who are going to choose members of our Zoom meeting audience to do spontaneous readings and or healings from. So if you're watching on Facebook, you want to come into our Zoom room, and it's easy to do that. Just go to the globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com, and register. You see this little button down here? You just click register for the new summer season and click register now. It takes about a minute. And what will happen is you'll immediately get the Zoom room links for all three of our shows for the next 3 months. Yes, 3 shows. We do Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. We do different topics, and we always are talking about how to wake up, how to support each other. We are the Global Peace Tribe. We are the imaginal cells of the new earth, the new awakening earth, the new paradigm, if you will. And as you get to know us, you're going to find that there's tremendous support systems. And a big part of that support system is what this amazing woman has created, my friend and co-host, Tangela.
Hi, Scott. Hi, everyone. So excited to be here, as always, with our Global Peace Tribe community. It's so beautiful to just feel everyone's energy and just seeing everyone come in from all over. I just love how we all gather here together to connect and just dive into spirit and consciousness in so many ways. Beautiful.
Well, people are going to be hearing all about SoulSearch. Let's show the video to help our new friends know a little bit more about it.
During these extraordinary times, are you seeking friends and collaborators, like-minded, brilliant, beautiful souls who want to be a part of creating the new earth? Here is the answer. Welcome to SoulSearch. SoulSearch is the high-frequency global online destination for spirituality and consciousness, where people from around the globe like you come together for spiritual exploration. This is a multi-dimensional community for spiritual seekers, healers, teachers, and guides for the global awakening. With SoulSearch, the spiritual seeker can easily search for and connect with healing modalities, spiritual teachings, practices, and practitioners. You can explore high vibrational online and in-person spiritual events across the globe. Within the SoulSearch community, you can join groups or take courses for your spiritual journey. With SoulSearch, you are part of an inclusive, growing global community for consciousness. For spiritually conscious practitioners, SoulSearch connects you to a global audience seeking your services. Build your credibility with a robust profile that demonstrates your expertise and experience. Post client reviews, articles, videos, photos, and audio. You can create secure and private online communities for your groups and clients. Be a part of an awakening community for spirituality where you can collaborate and connect with practitioners and seekers. Whether you are a spiritual seeker, healer, or just curious, join SoulSearch.io today. Don't miss out on this opportunity to be part of our high vibrational community for the global awakening. We're excited to be connecting with your soul and radiant light.
So Soul Search is a wonderful way to find some of the people you're going to see on tonight's show. And along those lines, Tangela, I'm going to pop the spotlight on some of your soul searchers, and you can tell us a little bit about them. And we'll start with Krista.
Sure, happy to. So excited to have some of our soul searchers here. As you guys saw, Soul Search is a global online platform to help people connect to spiritual and energetic practitioners, explore new modalities, find online as well as in-person events and experiences, and join courses. And it's been really fun just to watch the community grow and people connect. So really excited to have Krista Collins here with us. She is a psychic medium, transformational guide and mentor, and epigenetic health coach, providing guidance to those who are ready to align with their highest frequency and most authentic self. She is gifted with a unique capability to get clear and accurate information to heal and guide one through their transformation into a whole new way of being. So thanks, Krista, for joining us. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you again, Tangela, for inviting me, and to Scott for inviting me back. I'm just so grateful to be here this evening and to get to know everyone better.
Great to have you here with us. Absolutely wonderful. And Tangela, I'm going to go to Laura next.
Okay, great. So wonderful to have Laura here. She is a leader in transformation and a catalyst on the leading edge of consciousness. She actually helps people heal, transform, and manifest their ideal life with ease. She's blessed with a gift to channel a very high vibrational energy that assists her clients to experience miraculous transformation with ease, including miraculous physical and emotional healings, which she'll be demonstrating with us today. And I know there's already been a couple of people in the chat saying they're excited and interested to participate in these healings that are going to be taking place tonight. So that'll be fun. She uses a healing technique called Sacred Heart Healing, which has proven to be the most fast and effective technique for delivering miraculous results. This is something that she created herself. Each session is powerful, yet very gentle, and the results are often immediate. Even people who've struggled with childhood trauma and life-threatening diseases have been healed after a single session.
Wow. It's wonderful to have you on the Awakening World, and really looking forward to you supporting some of our audience members tonight, Laura. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much for inviting me, and I'm looking forward to working with somebody tonight.
Yeah, that'll be fun. One of the people that we've invited back is Melissa. And you saw Melissa on actually last weekend. She's a wonderful healer, and I'll let Tangela share a little bit more in a moment. But we invited her because a big part of tonight's show is going to be celebrating the memory of Celestine Starr. Celestine is one of our most beloved elders who passed away quite suddenly last week. Tangela was actually with her when she passed. We're going to hear all about that. And so about midway through the show, we're going to honor some memory of Celestine. And what's really cool is Melissa spontaneously got a visit from Celestine.
Yes, she came in very quickly and she's here now. So she just says hello.
Great. Tangela, anything you want to add about your soul sister?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's so much to add about Melissa. I think those of you who came to the Sacred Sunday show last weekend got to do an in-depth dive with Melissa, but she is an incredible quantum level Akashic Records healer and channeler of the Ascension Councils. She is a traveler of the many multidimensional realms that we are in, and she can help spiritual adventurers who are ready to dive in deeper into their own spiritual journeys throughout the dimensions, start navigating those paths. And she has an amazing book called A Radical Approach to the Akashic Records. And having worked with Melissa, she has an amazing multidimensional approach for people to heal and work with their Akash. So thanks so much, Melissa, for being here. And I know Celestine's excited you're here, and we're excited to, continue sharing together.
Yeah, I'm here because of her.
Well, we look forward to talking to you and Celestine, and this is going to be a spontaneous, wonderful show, everybody. Hey, we always have music on our show, and I'm excited to meet this man. Tell us about Tarek.
Yeah, so I'm excited to introduce Tarek Bibi here. Tarek, thanks for joining us. Tarek Bliss Bibi, as he's known, is a Palestinian by origin, and he is a rising star with a massive following who's already changed the lives of thousands of people worldwide. He's been labeled as an empath, indigo, starseed, earth angel, and light worker. He works with business women and men on the spiritual path to help them thrive by doing what they love. Through his revolutionary infinity healing modality, he is able to help his clients achieve and manifest their heart's desires with infinite ease and grace, even if they have struggled to achieve results before. Known as Mr. Miraculous, he's a facilitator of inner transformation, helping people around the world transcend their emotional and psychological blocks at the core level. In an instant, Tarek is able to help people release years of pain and problems to live life miraculously. And he has an incredible journey of his own healing that I'm sure he'll share with us as well. So really excited to have you, Tarek. I know you're coming in here, joining us from Mexico. So thanks.
Thanks, Tangela. So honored. And I'm so blessed to be connecting with you and your beautiful soul family here. I feel the vibes are amazing. And great. I'm honored.
Great. Well, get ready, because we're going to have you play music and introduce yourself a little bit in about 5 minutes, or 3 minutes, actually. So,
thanks, Scott.
Well, speaking of music, we also are really blessed to have Christine Tulas with us. She was on Saturday Night Live a few times. She is a beautiful, amazing harpist. And again, given that we're going to be dropping into connecting and appreciating and remembering Celestine, it's going to be wonderful, Christine, to have you and your beautiful music with us. Thank you so much for spontaneously joining us. I just asked her yesterday when I heard her play at another memorial experience with Celestine. I was like, oh my God, if we could have Christine on Saturday night, that would be awesome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much. And speaking of people that I've invited back, this is Kimberly Meredith, and you've seen her on Saturday Night Live. You've seen her on The Awakening World, and she is a world-class healer, empath. She's written a best-selling book that we're going to talk a little bit about, and she's also going to do some spontaneous readings and healings for people tonight. So get ready. Kimberly is going to come on in about a half an hour, and if you are interested in getting a spontaneous reading or healing, be prepared to turn your camera on, put in the chat box what you're wanting, and we'll see if Kimberly and the spirits that be choose you. It's going to be really fun. And welcome, Kimberly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's exciting.
You're a busy girl. You were just on Coast to Coast. Were you able to stay awake okay? How'd that go?
Yeah, I did. It was really cool. Smokey Robinson was on at 10, and then I came on after that, and it was really wonderful. I took a lot of calls on medical mediumship. I do crossover readings from people that are on the other side, and Yeah, it was just an amazing night. It was so wonderful. Yeah, it's been on a few times, but this last Wednesday was just off the charts.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we're honored to have you with us again. Thank you for being with us. You're one
Yeah,
of our favorites.
I'm super excited, and I'm glad I'm here in honor of your beautiful friend that passed, Celestine, and I want to say my regards. So yes, and if anybody wants a reading with me, just don't leave what's happened to you, because my guides like to find it out on their own.
Okay, great. So it's just kind of what the issue is, but not a story.
Just leave in the chat that you'd like a reading from me, and then I go in cold.
Okay, great. Thank you for that clarification. That's really good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Another spontaneous.
That looks like we have a fun, miraculous filled evening tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty amazing, Tangela. Let's see. I still want to introduce A. Marie. She's a wonderful poet who I just met through World Unity Week. A lot of us are involved in World Unity Week, and I met her through that, and she is going to create a new poem for us. Again, kind of connecting as we drop into, when people die, it's a big deal. And so, A. Marie, thank you for being with us. She's a wonderful poet, a wonderful soul, beautiful being. It's wonderful to have you with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Scott. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we always like to start our shows with music. And so, Tangela, is there anything you want to add about this new beautiful brother that's going to be sharing a little bit about himself and playing some music?
Well, let's bring him on. I'm happy to chat with him. And hey, Tarek, thanks for joining us this evening. And I'd just love for you to share a little bit about your story with everyone, and and the importance of music and rap, and how that also fits in with what you do as a healer and a practitioner.
Thank you, Tangela. You look extra beautiful tonight. Thank you so much for this invitation. I feel super honored. I'll just keep it short because I could talk about myself for hours. Just because I lose myself. My moon Pisces just loses itself in conversation. But I just felt like a child that would connect to Source, God, as a kid, and ask, why am I here? Why am I surrounded by dense people? And it's a dense vibration here. So clearly there was a remembrance of something before here. And experienced a lot of traumas. Like just today or yesterday, a healer told me there was a trauma at age 4. If you can imagine a child that was so alone or so lonely. I mean, alone is positive. You're alone with yourself, with the divine, but lonely, feeling disconnected, feeling alone, that I actually unconsciously invited like a negative entity to that befriended me, and it became this symbiotic relationship. So just a lot of traumas in school, getting bullied a lot. Like I kept to myself a lot. I always knew, like even in school when they said, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like all I can think of is I want to help heal people. I want to have a stronger connection to God, reading about the prophets, like nothing close to that, but just that archetype, at an early age, not from my ego, just from like, okay, that's my path. It was spirituality, basically. School was a nightmare, really crushed my confidence and made me feel like I was below nothing. And just hearing every day, I'm stupid, I'm an idiot, I'll never amount to anything. So the worst programming you can imagine from the surroundings, and witnessing abuse, experiencing abuse on many levels. And then going on a downward spiral. Born in Jordan, heritage is Palestinian and Lebanese, and then we immigrated to Canada. And then I just, downward spiral, overdid everything, addictive personality, drugs, alcohol, just bad stories, cops and guns. It was really bad. And it sounds a lot worse. I don't know why I say that, but it sounds worse than it was. It wasn't that bad. But then forgiveness came. My guides and angels were I almost got a heart attack one night. I overdid so much that night. All my friends are passed out. The sun's coming out, and I'm still drinking and smoking and not even enjoying it. And and then I just felt this my heart stopped, and I just prayed to God. I wasn't afraid of dying. I was afraid of wasting my life. I felt like I just wasted it. And I was 25 at the time. And that was my wake-up call to forgive. So in my experience, I love my dad. I chatted with him today. We're super close. I just thought he hated me as a kid. I thought he really hated me. And it's just something that kids who experience trauma, they create the story that either this person is bad or I'm bad. So in my mind, I just thought he was bad, but people are not their reactions, right? So if we react aggressively, that's not who we are. That's what there's a movie that came out called Wisdom of Trauma, Gabor Mate, like great movie. I highly recommend you guys watch it if you had trauma. But through forgiveness, that opened up the whole door and got into healing and, super ambitious, wanting to, not getting any healing, went from healer to healer, modality to modality, got into $30,000 of debt trying to receive healing. And I was terrified to trust people and I had trust issues. And then my guides and angels were kicking my butt, telling me, so first of all, I forgave my father. And then he told me he loved me. So the whole time I believed that my father hated me. And ever since then, I've been blessing it forward since I created the Infinity Healing Technique. I've been blessing that process forward because there's so many people that stop there. And that was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And I like to think I'm a pretty ballsy guy. So I can imagine the people who haven't taken that step to confront the people who they felt have wronged them. So it's a lot of work about integrating the shadow, healing the victim, healing the inner child, which I've got right here with me, little Tarek. And just spreading that forgiveness. Like, okay, what did your inner child not express through the process? Let's make sure your inner child's honored and gets to share what it didn't share before, and having a healing, having a forgiveness, taking our power back. And then from that, let's now figure out who we're here to be, what we're here to do, what are our gifts and modalities, and get them out to the world and make a bigger difference and experience financial abundance while we're doing it, as well as fulfillment from our purpose. So there's multiple missions here, and through music is another expression. For me, I'm a wordsmith. I just channel the words and they come out in the healing. They come out when I talk. There's really never a moment where I'm not channeling. So I think any word from the heart is like gospel. So we all can do that. And rap is just an expression where you can put so many words, so many frequencies and energies in a song, more than any other genre. You can pack it with words. So if you are trying to help, educate, inspire, raise the consciousness, it's such a powerful modality, and it speaks to a lot of people of different classes, creeds, and all that. It speaks to the youth of our planet. So I really feel I've been blessed with that, so that I can reach a younger audience. I can reach the younger me that was stuck and angry and feeling alone.
Beautiful. No, beautiful. And I see people coming in the chat. One, Destine saying, wow, Tarek, you and I, our backgrounds are quite similar. And I think that's beautiful. I mean, you're so open and honest about your background and the trials and tribulations that you went through, and, drugs and alcohol and getting in trouble and then coming through that. And that's just such a beautiful story that everyone can relate to, and especially young people today with, they may have been brought up in a way where, thinking about spiritual healing or healers, that's so far beyond who I am as a person. But, hearing your story, it's like, this is someone that I can relate to. If he could be a healer, maybe I can be a healer too. Have you felt that? Have you seen that with, your community and the people that you're working with?
I feel that's a great question, Tangela. I really feel I attract closet healers. And so I think witnessing women in general in the Middle East not being treated as equal, and even worse than that, the experience witnessing them being abused, that trauma as a kid, feeling like I couldn't do anything about it, I think now has been alchemized. So I really love to hold, my mission is the songs we have in the rap songs are dedicated to women and the goddess. And in my healing sessions, it's 90% women healers. And I hold space for them to empower themselves, is how I word it. I never word it, I'm healing anyone. I'm holding space for them to remember who they are. And I feel like because I've taken all these steps, if anyone hasn't taken them, hasn't gotten to this point, then I can just hold space for wherever they are now to remember more, to take more steps. There's so many traumas that we've had collectively and in our lineage, and stepping into our power. There's this thing with stepping into their power. So I feel there's witch hunts in our past lives. There's women just not even being witches, just being in their power and being hurt and traumas. So I feel that's part of what I've experienced when I was at in a previous time, or ancestrally, or just strong passion, clear vision and mission to help with that. So once they come out of that closet, it's beautiful to witness that transition from like not sure of themselves, playing it small, to fully being out there, making a bigger difference and thriving from that. It's beautiful.
Amazing. Thank you. That's awesome. And so, yes, Scott, I think we're ready to hear some of Tariq's rap now, which is amazing. And we can take it, and we'll get back to you again, Tariq, later to chat some more.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us and sharing your amazing story. When the Wisdom of Trauma first came out, the company that organizes that is one of our sponsoring partners, and we had him on the show, and so many thousands of people have watched that powerful video. So we all have a lot in common. I see many of the people in the chat box are talking about, their feeling about connecting, and some of our people on Facebook on Unify are also talking about that. So anyway, thank you, and we're ready for some rap.
All right. So I invite you to receive this as if it's a healing transmission. And my intention is that it comes from my heart and spirit, and speaks to our soul and activates and helps us remember fully who we are. And the song's a rainbow song. If you guys heard of the Rainbow Gatherings, started in the 60s, people from different traditions and wisdoms, and indigenous people with Black American people and white people. And it continued till this day. These rainbow gatherings happen. So this one's called Phoenix from the Fire, and I might challenge myself and try to sing the chorus just a little bit, but the rap part, I added 3 rap verses. So here we go. We are rising up, and it's inspiring us, burning fire it up, take us higher up. We're getting it together because we know it's now or never. It's getting better and better. We're getting more clever and clever. Outwitting these demons and devils, these wolves in sheep leather. They want to dig a pit, then let them, raising it to another level. Cause we're hanging and romancing, making love to our planet, taking it back from all these bandits, back to the way Creator planned it. When divided, it's so tragic. When united, we're like magic. We've come here from different planets, bringing gifts and different talents, bringing love and understanding, lessening all of the damage. It's either heaven on earth or we all end up vanished. Cannot live on this land without money in hand. Cannot sustain myself so I could be a free man, free from all these commands that are created by man. I'll follow the laws of nature. I'm free to be where I stand. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. I believe in just one thing, infinite abundance for all beings, so we can live like kings and queens, doing what makes our hearts sing. I believe in the new currency of trust and of equality for my brothers and sisters, because we all came here to be. We all came from the source. We've come a long way from home. We've got a long way to go. Share with everyone that you know. Everything they told us is wrong ever since the time we were born. We gotta break free from this prison planet we're on. So don't hate on us when we're sharing our love. We just want to liberate you so you can rise up above. We're made of the same stuff. We're made of the same dust. If we can regain trust, then we will remain tough. Separation's a lie. Evolution's a lie. Don't believe in everything that you can see with your eyes. And we're banging our drums because the time has now come. Let's take a stand for what is right until we have won. We are rising up. Sing it. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We were born into war. We either fight or we fall. Yeah, you gave it away, but now take back what is yours. Sharing our knowledge and wisdom. We got that brand new vision. Yeah, we might not fit in, but we're filled with ambition. Break free from conditions. Break free from this prison. This matrix we live in. Know that life is forgiving. Brother from another mother, sister from another mister. Sit here, stop and listen. Sit down, dream and vision. Nothing's what it seems, so we're living our dreams. Flowing with the breeze, floating up the stream. We're honoring ancestors. We are Earth's protectors. We will not surrender to this new world agenda. Mother Earth provides all that we need. There is no need to fight. There is no need for greed. Just open up your heart and plant these new seeds. Simply put down your guns and raise up the peace. We are rising up. We are rising up. Can you sing with me? We are rising up. We are rising up. So it is.
Oh, wow.
Wow, beautiful. Amazing.
Tarek, thank you so much. A few things I want to share. Hang on, let me bring you back on here. Next week, so this is an important announcement for everybody. Next week, Sunday, July 17th, the Awakening World is hosting the Rainbow Gathering. Now, it just took place, but Fantuzzi and a lot of his friends are going to be coming to us from their different places, playing music, sharing stories, because it was the 50th anniversary of the Rainbow Gathering. It just happened in Colorado. And so a lot of the people who were there are going to be on, and it's going to be a full day. We're going to start with our regular Sacred Sunday show at 10 o'clock for an hour. Larissa Stowe is my guest. And then 11 o'clock, we're going to ease and evolve into this incredible Rainbow Gathering event online for 6 hours from 11 a.m. till 5 o'clock Pacific time. So Tarek, please join us next week. You can do another wrap and meet some of your Rainbow Gathering brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Scott. Biggest honor. Thank you. So it's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And for people who want more Tarek, and I think many people will, his website is his name. I'm going to spell it for you. It's Tarek Bibi. So that's spelled TarekBibi.com. Tarek, Tarek, Bibi, BIBI.com. Now, when you go there, you definitely want to immediately register. So put in your name, like I'm doing right here.
Thank you, Scott.
Of course, if I know how to spell my name properly. What's my name here? You know, it's confusing me because it's on the other side. I got it. Okay. Nope.
Oh, it's dyslexic. It's dyslexic like me.
It is. It's dyslexic. Okay, well, I've got a name. I'm gonna use the automatic for the thing. I'm now subscribed.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. We've got 5 albums that we want to gift. There's also a link I'll put in the chat, tarekbb.com/gifts, and I want to gift you guys my latest album, Ascension 777. It's got healing frequencies, powerful songs, light warrior anthems, like art music that speaks to us. Like there's so many rap songs that don't resonate, don't relate to what we're going through, but imagine someone literally like the soundtrack of our stories and our how we feel and what, you know, just inspiring us when we feel down and overwhelmed by what's happening on the planet. So I'll put that link and 5 albums. It's all streaming. You can stream it anywhere. And Abundance MP3s, a lot of clients tell me that they're hitting their financial goals, 10, 20, 30K in like a record time from the Abundance MP3s. We put that as well. So much. I just want to serve. I just want to be of service. I just want to share. I have all these things. I want to make an impact in your guys' lives.
Great. Well, you already have, and you will, and he'll be back. We're going to hear more from Tarek in a little bit. Thank you, brother. Great to meet you.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thanks, sister.
What a sweetheart. Oh, my Lord. Wow. You know how to pick them.
I do.
You know how to pick them. Hey, a couple of quick announcements. People are asking about the healings. The healings and the readings today are free. And they are free for anybody who has registered for Global Peace Tribe. So we already have, something 70 people in our Zoom room right now. But for those of you watching on Facebook or YouTube, just go to globalpeacetribe.com. Go to globalpeacetribe.com and register. And then once you register, you're going to get the links to all of our shows for the next 3 months. And then you'll be eligible for one of the readings or healings that takes place today. And again, just go to Global Peace Tribe, then click register, and it takes about a minute. And then you'll also get all the recordings of our previous shows, which is great. All right, we have great soul searchers with us. Tell us about the next one that's going to be joining us.
So yes, we can welcome Krista to join us next. She is an incredible psychic medium and epigenetics coach. So I'd love to just bring her on and, have a conversation, hear more about who she is and what she does. So Krista, welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're so excited to be with you. And we'd love to hear more about what you do as a psychic and medium and epigenetics health coach and what that means. For those of us who are not familiar, because, there may be a lot of people on here who really have no idea what that's about.
Absolutely, Tangela. And thank you so much for the beautiful welcome and having me back on the show. So many things. And one thing I wanted just to piggyback on with what Tarek was saying is, closet healers. And that was me for 10 years. And I know part of tonight is also about how we find our way and what are those tools that we're using in the summer or winter, wherever you are on the planet. And, one of those things is, I think, coming out of our own closets and whatever that is, in whatever capacity for you, and stepping into that authenticity of who you are and embracing your own light and being unapologetic and being free to be you or to be me, right? So we can be our own light. And one of the things that, I do as a psychic medium, an epigenetic health coach, and, tying all of these modalities along with being a transformational coach, guide, mentor to my clients is allowing them to step into that light and encouraging them to do so and to remove all the blocks or the habits that have held them in, a different timeline or in a limited place, which, if we just want to talk a little bit about human potential, we know that there are 12 strands of DNA that can be lit up in the human body. And right now, most of the planet is embracing 2, right? So just think about the capacity of that and what that means for us. And then the other thing too, I just heard the other night, I was reminded that there's actually way more chromosomes than we actually embody right now as well. So I think that's just fascinating that there's so much more that we can embrace in who we are and to step into our potential. So it's 144 chromosomes. I just wanted to double check my notes so I didn't misspeak. We've only activated 46. So just think about the human potential. And I was drawn to my work as a psychic medium as a result of my own experience, getting information about 10, 12 years ago that I didn't know what to do with, that scared me. And so I actually reached out to somebody who supported me in developing my gifts and guided me and helped me use my intuition for good, not only to guide myself, but to also support others on their journey. I always had a full-time job and another endeavor going on while I was doing this. And I always did my work word of mouth, by referral, part-time, didn't really talk about it, didn't really own it, didn't really have that confidence that I'm talking about today, where we can all step into that. And I think now more than ever, the world is ready for us each to be our most authentic and divine, highest frequency of ourselves. So I just love to encourage people to do that through all these modalities. And when I do my psychic work, I'm able to get very clear, accurate information. And then if it needs to be healed, channel a healing modality that I work with my higher chakras in order to heal. And that tied with Reiki, tied with all these different modalities in which I've learned over the years, holding heart coherence and allowing somebody to clear the blocks, clear the things that are misallowing us to be in that unlimited potential. So also it was my own journey that led me down the road of epigenetics. Some of my own health challenges took me to that subject. And I was so so thrilled about it that I became an epigenetic health coach myself.
And Krista, we have a lot of people in the chat asking, what is an epigenetic healer?
Okay.
What is that? So definitely people are curious and want to know.
So it is really how our lifestyle affects our genetic expression. And there was a time, and still many beliefs on the planet, that we can't change our DNA. And that is not true. The fact that even if we just look at nutrition in one capacity, if anyone looked at my genetic report, any doctor, anyone that just looked at it, they would say, oh, she has diabetes, because I have a high genetic propensity for that. But it is not expressing because I avoid sugar at all costs, simple carbs. So there's things that we can do when we know what our genetics are saying about us to align or to keep genes turned off or downregulate genes or upregulate or turn on genes that can actually support our health and our optimal expression. So there's so many examples of that I can share, but there was also a very fascinating article that was put out, I think by Scientific American, don't quote me, it was also shown on Apple News maybe 2 weekends ago, that scientists are actually proving that we carry in our DNA trauma from our lineage, our ancestors, our parents. And so sometimes these bad habits or behaviors, that we are experiencing might not even be our fault. And when I see science proving that by checking cortisol levels of, for example, in that article, it was about children of survivors of the Holocaust, checking the PTSD levels, the cortisol levels, all these things that can be traced back to that. And that is science proving that this is real. And when we actually drop into the trauma, the things that are showing up in our lives that are keeping us limited, and we provide healing, and we get to that core wound of what is showing up and why it's showing up, then we can heal it. So there's many tools we can use. Epigenetics is multidimensional from the standpoint that it can be used from a scientific health standpoint for athletic performance, for hormones, for sleep, for nutrition and supplements, and another host of other things. I'm actually working with the endocannabinoid system now as well, which shows us how cannabis can support the homeostasis in the body through the endocannabinoid system. So all of this is just so exciting that we have access to this. The Human Genome Project, I think, was completed in 2003, and that was a $3 billion project. And now that just for, a couple $100 to have a genetic test done, this is available and for us to learn that. But what I love to do with my clients, and to add to what you were asking about, Tangela, is that we go deeper. Not just let's address this from a health standpoint, but let's address this from that standpoint of what is holding us back from stepping out of the closet of our own lives into our full expression and clearing those wounds, clearing the trauma that we might be carrying from other lifetimes or our lineage as well. So I'm here to help people find their voice, to help people be their authentic selves, and to be unapologetic about it.
Wow, beautiful. We have a comment coming in from Mark Danisovsky saying, my father survived the Holocaust. He escaped and lived in the woods for 3 years. Once I learned about epigenetics, I could start to deal with the family lineage. That's why we must have reparations for slavery in the USA. Our whole society suffers on a deep level. So what do you think about that comment, which is just, amazing and beautiful? Thank you, Mark, for sharing.
Thank you, Mark. Mark, that sums up what I read in Scientific American. I could put the link for that article here too, so everyone can access it, but exactly spot on, and an actual, personal story here in this family to speak to that. So that's fascinating. And they were actually doing some studies also about pregnant mothers who survived the 9/11 attack in the towers, and how the children, the babies, when they were born, their cortisol levels were high. So, this is proven. And just think about, even think about slavery in this country, in the USA, and what that meant for all of the Black Americans right, over the years. So these things are real. And when our society can actually start to embrace and see that the truth is in science behind this, that's when we can actually start to heal it. I mean, I think a lot of us that are in the healing community and the spiritual community, and those of you who are guests on the show tonight and visiting, are just, open to this in a way that not everybody is. But when I see science actually putting these kind of articles out, it helps us and supports us in actually bringing this healing to the world. And that's why all of us are needed to bring these healing modalities to the world. And so part of what I wanted to share tonight too is just stepping out of that. And I mean, I know for me, in the last 2 years, I've really stepped into my own light of bringing my gifts to the world and speaking that. I've never been confident in speaking it until recently. And I want to also acknowledge SoulSearch and Tangela for creating this platform, because with it, it's given me a reason to actually start creating a website, start putting it on the internet, and creating a profile that supports the healing of this planet. So I just want to say thank you, Tangela. This really lit a beautiful, vibrant fire in my life that is just taking it to the next level and helping me get creative and finding all these new earth buddies too. I mean, that's how we do it. We do it together. And my dear friend, Laura Quirk, we've known each other just for a few months, but the way that she and I collaborate and support each other, I mean, some of my gifts have been ignited through her. She's not only a healer, but she helps activate our spiritual gifts as well. So that's just one tip. Find somebody in this community that can really just lock arms with you and help you step into your light.
I'm going to come in for a moment and do two things. First off, since we're talking about SoulSearch, I want to remind people that SoulSearch is the way now that we are going to be increasing our connection with each other. It's a big part of collaboration with Global Peace Tribe. You're going to be hearing a lot about it. Everyone should be joining it. Everyone should join SoulSearch. That's how you're going to find some of the world-class healers like Krista, like Laura, who you're going to see a little bit later on today. So, for example, this is the SoulSearch profile page for Krista. And that's how you can send her. You can, read a little bit about her. You can get her phone number. You can show her your number. You can message. And this is how you can, get moving forward. And SoulSearch is much, much more. It's how we build community. You can create your own events. You can create your own groups. There's a lot of wonderful things. We're going to be continuing to talk about SoulSearch all weekend, all year, for the rest of our lives. We're talking about creating a whole SoulSearch television platform, taking a lot of our favorite videos. I've done 450 online shows just since the pandemic began. So we've got all this amazing footage to work with SoulSearch on. So there's a lot happening. I want to come back to you for a moment, Crystal, with a question. Actually, I want to make a comment and then a question. I'm delighted that you are focusing on epigenetics. And it's something that as a coach, my day job is coaching people. I work a lot with helping people understand and work with their ancestral wounding. So I want to make a comment and then I have a question for you. The comment is, it's actually been scientifically proven that before we are even born, we receive a genetic download in our DNA that includes the trauma of our ancestors going back as far as 7 generations. Now that's a lot of people, sort of 300 people. When you think 300 people, 7 generations, all the wars, all the famine, all the things that happen, we have inside our DNA rape, murder, war, famine, pestilence. All those things are inside of us. And also inside of us is the history of domestic violence, or the history of alcoholism, or the history of whatever, has come down. Now, I want to say my comment is this is not a bad thing, and it's not something for us to curse our ancestors for, because our ancestors went through incredible hardship to provide us with the amazing freedom that we all have right now. Tremendous freedom that we have, tremendous abundance. Do you really think our grandparents and our ancestors could even imagine Whole Foods Market? right? Where we can walk into a place, no, really, a place that abundant, where we can have just anything we want for food, when our grandparents were living on potatoes, right? So they didn't have the resources that we do. They didn't have all these healers that you're going to find on SoulSearch. They didn't have the time and the freedom that we have. And I believe it's our job, if you will, that with the freedom that we have, with the abundance that we have, to work on healing that ancestral lineage. They couldn't deal with their alcoholism because they were doing 3 jobs. They were traveling the planes in the wars. It's up to us to say, okay, the alcoholism ends with me. The low self-esteem ends with me. The domestic violence ends with me. And I'm going to work with Krista or Tangela or Laura or Kimberly Meredith or Scott to work on how to heal that family lineage. So I know that's a little bit of a sermon, but of course my question is, how do you relate to that way of thinking, and how does that go along with the work that you do, Krista?
Scott, those comments are absolutely spot on and resonate so deeply with me, and they're in complete synchronicity to the work that I do. And just you even sharing that, I don't think I've heard that it's 7 generations back that we carry. So that was even something new for me to hear. And it all is in such alignment with the kind of work that I do. And just, I also love that you brought this aspect of being kind to ourselves and being kind to our ancestors, right? Like, let's just have compassion right now for all that we carry and all that they carried before us. So I couldn't have said it better. And I just admire and respect you for bringing that to this and for sharing that with this community as well. So those are all the things we go into. And I also want to share too, just because one of the things for me, because I'm just now launching my website and my SoulSearch profile, there's just, a smattering of some of my services on that. So if anyone's interested in epigenetics, just a la carte, please just contact me. And I can certainly give you, more information on that. What you see on the SoulSearch profile right now is just an overview. And again, thank you for your grace, as well as those of us who are ready to emerge with our gifts, actually bring it online. So thank you again, Scott and Tangela, for having me.
Fantastic. And Krista, I know we'll have you on the show hopefully again and again.
Yeah, we could do a much deeper dive on epigenetics, just on a whole show. So,
I would love that. I would love to do a whole show on epigenetics, because it's only in our lifetime that, the biologists and the anthropologists have really come to understand this incredible part of our human history and our biology. And that's why what you're doing, Krista, is so important, to work with that, and to work with that with love and compassion.
Exactly. I think the first time I heard about epigenetics was just maybe 4 or 5 years ago, when I took a deep dive into Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, I went to 3 week-long advanced workshops within 6 months. I just dove in, and he was speaking about it. And so it really hasn't even been science. I mean, obviously he's a doctor of chiropractic as well, but it was at a spiritual workshop that I even started to learn about it. So, there's so many different angles that we can come to this, but I just believe that the healing is real, and, the knowledge is the power that we have to heal.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks so much, Krista. And it's just amazing to hear your story, and, and hopefully everyone here is getting inspired and hearing, wow, so she's, she had another job, she's had whole other professions, and, you were able to connect with your healing abilities and say, hey, I want to start moving forward in this direction, to start bringing this forth. So that's very brave, very courageous. And it's where we are now, where we have this moment where each one of us actually has innate capabilities of healing and healing ourselves and helping to heal the planet. And I think more and more people that can hear stories like yours or Tharik's that are like, wait a minute, I have these capabilities too. And it's just a process of me remembering and reconnecting. So powerful. And thank you for being a part of SoulSearch. And that's what this is all about. We have this community. So whether you're a practitioner like Melissa, who's been, practicing for 25 years and has her own academy or certification courses, or like Krista, just coming into your own healing gifts and really bringing that out in the world. This is a community for all of our healers, and for every one of us who's looking for healing and support as well. I mean, I see so many comments coming in from Suzanne. Krista, would love that too. Krista, as a generational trauma, needs healing and can assist in healing the world. So that's exactly what this is all about, this generational trauma that we all carry that we don't even realize. And instead we have self-blame and anger, frustration with ourselves and with the people closest to us, like our parents and our family, and not, even understanding how to move beyond this. So it's just such powerful work. And thank you for sharing your modalities with us. Beautiful.
Thank you, Krista. A couple of things I want to say, and then we're going to move forward. First of all, thank you, everybody, for what you're writing in the chat box. Tangela, there's so many comments coming on Facebook. I'm reaching down to my device that's on Facebook and, of course, in our Zoom room. And we can't read out loud all the comments, but we'll read a few. Kathy writes, I've been told by many healers the work we do affects 7 generations, going back and moving forward. And remember, going back. A lot of our spiritual teachers teach us that there actually is no time. Time is an illusion, that it's all happening in one moment. And so we can help heal our ancestors, and we can help create healing for the future by the choices we make today. Michael writes, yes, all of our ancestors' experiences are passed down. In homeopathy, it's described as, I can't pronounce that, miasm maybe. In Chinese medicine, it's ancestral essence. Each generation continues to reinvent the wheel. Thank you for that. Noel points out that Dr. Joe Dispenza has some wonderful meditation sessions to work on some of these things. And Eva, kind of, I think in response to what I said, says, absolutely everyone does the best they know how to do at the time with the tools that they have. Healing is about forgiving and letting it go so that we can be in the present moment. I want to say one more thing about our ancestors while we're on the topic, Tangela. I have a very close friend whose grandfather was, in his life, was a very horrific human being. He did terrible things. He stole all the family money. He incested his children, and he committed suicide and blamed it on his children. Horrible life. When she went to a world-class psychic who I trust, and the world-class psychic said, I have something to share with you. You have a new guardian angel, and it's your grandfather. And the psychic channeled how the grandfather, when he left his body, when we leave our body, we leave not only the body, but we leave the personality. And we go back into the spirit realm and we see the big picture. And her grandfather had, in the spirit realm, so much remorse for the choices he made in the human realm that he has dedicated himself to the next 7 generations being a guardian angel. And I think that story is such a powerful way for us to reframe the possibilities around our ancestors. And so let us always pray for our ancestors and thank our ancestors and thank them for the healthy genes, and then commit to working on the challenges. And I know you do a lot of that as well. You're very committed to working with your ancestral lineage.
Definitely. I mean, I think it's so important for all of us. There's so much that we carry. And for those of us, coming from multicultural backgrounds, I come from, Muslim religion, South Asian background, very different cultural programming there. As Starr mentioned, a lot of, oppression of women and mistreatment of women is prevalent in the culture. And even today, there's just so, we just, don't have the freedoms that, a lot of women take for granted here in the United States. And it's just still pervasive in our culture to this day. And that is something that, I have been very angry about, probably most of my life. And so, it has been a healing process for me as well, to move beyond that anger and shame as well. of, because not only was I angry about the treatment of women in my culture and in my religion, but then I felt shame because I was not able to be that woman that they wanted me to be within my culture and religion. So, all of this shame and guilt and pain that we're just carrying around with us, we don't even really understand the effect it's having on us day to day, of self-blame, of shame, of guilt, of constant judgment of who we are. And that prevents us from moving into who we truly are. So all of these beautiful healing modalities that Starr practices, Krista, Melissa, that help us get beyond that, help us clear the karma of our lineage, of our culture, of our religion, of our society, of our family, to really just get back to who we are. And then that's this journey that we're all on together. And as we do it for ourselves, like you said, we're clearing it for our family, we're clearing it for our society, we're clearing it for our culture, but we're clearing it for the world and for the universe and for the multiverse. So what we are doing here on Earth in this moment is this grand experiment that's rippling across the multiverses. So it's amazing to be here with everyone and just chatting about all this today, because it's just so important what we're doing and such a huge part of this grand experience and a grand experiment of Earth. Scott, you're muted.
Beautifully stated, Tangela, and I'm honored to be co-hosting and co-creating with you. I'm really excited about it. And it turns out that Tarek, in the chat box while you were talking, has a song on YouTube, which I'm going to download into my computer and play a little bit later. That's all about our ancestral 7th generation. So isn't that something? Amazing. Beautiful. Amazing. There's so much synchronicity that happens around the awakening world and the Global Peace Tribe and SoulSearch. It's really quite powerful. All right. Speaking of music, one of my favorite musical artists, and by the way, I should say that for this new season, I'm still going to bring back some celebrities, but we're really going to focus more on all of you. You're going to be hearing from more of the people in the audience today. Some of the audience members are going to be sharing some of their announcements. We're bringing on more people that are maybe newer to healing, like Krista, because we want to bring on the next generation. So yes, you'll still see Michael Beckwith and Marianne Williamson and all the people that I've had on so many times over the last 2 years, but you're going to see a lot more of the next generation that beloved Tangela here is helping us to find. So that's kind of what I'm dedicating most of our summer season to. And one of our absolute favorite musical artists from the past is Nina Gray. And I think this song, it's called Bring It On, is perfect for what we're talking about today. Let's hear it.
Hello, Saturday Night Live community. So good to be here with you tonight. A song called Bring It On. Lately I've been really thinking what I live for, what I die for, and what I fight for, what I'd give up the fight for. Voices whispering, babe, it's time for you to stand up. It's a new world waging an old war. As a child I couldn't understand the villains, why they're killing what they can't comprehend. Now as a woman I can recognize the blind cannot see clearly what they're doing. Now that I'm older and just a bit wiser, we were being called to lead, 'cause we're all characters in a new story. We came to feel it in order to heal it. So God is my witness. Bring on all of it to wrap up in our love. Bring it on, ain't that what we came for? crash over me. Let the waves crash, let the waves crash over me. Let the waves crash, let the waves crash over me. Our time is now, 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 now.
Isn't she just amazing? I love Nina Gray. And wasn't it the
Amazing.
perfect song for what we're
Beautiful.
talking about? Bring it on. We need to feel it so we can heal it. What a powerful words for what we were just talking about. I really want to encourage people to support Nina Gray and all of our musical artists. Her website is ninagray.com, Ninagrae. She spells it Grae, so ninagray.com. And if you scroll down, one of the ways that I personally support Nina Gray, Cornflower, Kristen Hoffman, is I have joined their Patreon program. And it's a wonderful way for us to support these musical artists that we love so much. And you can come in at any number of levels. And Nina is very generous. Like when you join, she sends, it's really fun. I'll be going through my email. There'll be a new video from Nina Gray or a new poem from Nina or just a message to her patrons. And this is very important, Angela, for us to support our musical artists. So I want to encourage people like Tarek, if you aren't already join Patreon. And, that's how artists have done it over the years. They found patrons, and it can be $5 a month, $8 a month, or whatever it is. So let's all support Nina. I do. And I want us to all do that as well.
Completely agree. And I think that's one of, the important things that we do at SoulSearch as well, really supporting our conscious musicians and artists in all of their capacities, because as we all know, healing is frequency. And whether you're doing this healing through sound, through imagery, through art, it's all vibration, and it's impacting people in so many ways. And it's just so important for us to be supporting our conscious musicians and artists to really be bringing their work out into the world. So completely agree. And Nina Gray is fabulous.
Yeah. Well, speaking of bringing amazing people out into the world, we're about to bring on Kimberly Meredith. Quick note, looking at the chat box, Krista Collins. Bruce Lipton's been on the show several times, and we've got him booked to be on again in August. And he's kind of the grandfather of epigenetics. So that'll be cool. All right. I am so grateful that Kimberly Meredith has agreed to come back onto the show. She's been on Saturday Night Live. She's been on The Awakening World. And for any of you who don't know her, she is a best-selling author and truly a world-class medical medium and healer. She has helped thousands of people from around the world. She had a fascinating life. She was in an accident which resulted in 2 near-death experiences. And during that time, she received these miraculous healing gifts from the Holy Spirit. We're going to take a look at her website and her book after she's done. But this is the moment, everybody. If you are interested, I'm going to go to Gallery View. And if you're interested in receiving a healing from her, put in the chat box that you're interested. Don't talk about what it is you want. Just, I would like to receive a healing. And I've gone to Gallery View so we can see people whose cameras are on. So I see Kathy is saying yes. I'm going to take a minute. We'll wait another minute to see who else is interested in possibly receiving a healing. Destine Reed, Pure Love Essence. These are names of people. Mark Danisovsky. He's one of our regulars. Noel, one of our regulars.
Can you hear me, you guys?
Yes, you're on, Kimberly.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So if you'd like to have a reading, it's cool if you put it in the chat. Just don't tell me what it is. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. Hi. I don't know if some of you know me or not. I think a lot of people may not know me here. But I'm going to go through the chat and look for a quick second and see how I get messages. I get a lot of messages from the guides. And I work a lot with Mary, Sending Masters and Angels, and Edgar Casey. I do see a lot of people that I want to do readings for, and I'm going to open up the room and just look through the room too and see. Sometimes people put their hand, they raise their hand too. So I see Karen. I'm getting a message for. That's Karen Eisenberg. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Okay, why don't we do reading for Karen?
Thank you.
But I did see a couple other people too. So this is like a mini reading. So I am getting, let's have you take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. I've never done mini readings on here before, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, so here we go. Mostly I do medical intuitive readings. I'm a medical medium, but I'm getting more of some information from someone that passed away. And I don't know if that is something that's makes sense to you or not. So you can say confirm.
Yes.
Confirm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So someone that passed away, how I know that is because I see a bright light around the crown of your head. This person that crossed is saying, oh, Kimberly, I want to talk to Karen. And so they're coming into me right away, and they're all around the top of your head. Now, when I say, is it a man or is it a woman? I'm getting more of a man. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. The man, his energy is so strong and it's so loving. Also, he's telling me this man, he's saying, Kimberly, I'm her soulmate. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's also saying, I'm your soulmate. I'm around you. I count in numbers. He's saying, he's around you 7 days a week. He never left. And how long ago was this?
Just a little over 4 years ago.
Yeah, not that long. And also he's telling me some stuff about you physically now. So he wants to be a part of the reading with you physically also. He's telling me he's concerned about something going on. Take a deep breath if you can for me. And then release. Something around your lung, your breathing, and also a little bit in your intestinal tract, in your stomach area. He's saying, I want you to heal her. I don't like something with the stomach and the gut. And also he won't stop around the left breast, the left lung, more than the right. They're not interested with the right. They're interested more with the left. Does that make sense at all?
Yes.
Why does that make sense to you? Just
very recently, I have had intestinal issues that I've never had before, which is interesting because I'm trying to think about, okay, well, what did I eat? What maybe perhaps am I thinking about that may have brought this on?
Yeah, they're telling me what's going on also is something around your mouth. They're also saying that something had happened to you maybe a year ago around your teeth. They're also telling me something around a jaw. They're also telling me something around not only your tooth, but something had happened to the left part of your tooth or something dental wise that had happened a while back.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
My guides get like nosy, and I hate to say but they're saying we didn't like something that went on with that.
Okay. Do they feel that I need to go back and check that out?
Yeah. What did you have happen to your lower jaw?
I actually had a new crown put on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They're telling me that did not work out. They're telling me, I'm hearing them say, you need to go back in and get that corrected. That lowered the immune system that actually caused some inflammation in your gut. So what my guides do is find the root cause of why things go on. They're also
Yes.
telling me, did you have anything else happen to you with your immune system regarding the lung? Because they're fixated on certain parts of your body right now, and they're going in around the lung on the left side of your breathing. They're also telling me some other things. I mean, I could go on a lot more with other things in your body, but I don't feel they're as important as the gut. The gut getting you on really great probiotics. There's so many probiotics out there right now, but one that I'm hearing them say is we want to make sure that you get, I'm trying to do a fast read because I want to do a couple readings.
Yes.
They're telling me they want you to be on, you could write it down, more of like a liquid coconut drink probiotic.
Okay.
To help boost your immune system.
Okay.
They're telling me that to make sure that you're drinking more of like a mineral water to boost your immune system. They're telling me that they want to heat your was it your husband? They're telling me husband. Yeah, I was going to say fiance or boyfriend. They're going, no, not fiance, boyfriend, husband. And they're telling me that he wants you to know, I love you. I'm okay. We never die. We transcend. I am with you. I'm getting so much chills around my body. Did you have an animal together?
Yes, we had 2 cats.
Yeah, they're around you also. Yeah. Was there on your shoulder, on like one of the shoulders, like around you? Like, yeah. So he's saying, I'm with you too on your shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like crying. So anyway, make a long story short with all of this, he's also concerned about your water, making sure that you don't drink just alkaline water.
Yes.
That you drink a mineral water. Thank you for letting me do the reading for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for...
Kimberly, I'm so glad you happened to choose Karen because she's one of our dearest friends and a most beloved member of Global Peace Tribe. So, and I think it's amazing what you were able to tune into about, you know, her beloved husband on the other side. Thank you.
Thank you, Starr. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm also feeling really emotional with the reading. So I'm fine with passing it back to Laura right now, and I can come back again and do it one after that, or I could do one again, or Laura could do one, and then I can come back, whatever you want to do.
Why don't you, if you're willing to do another one right now, that would be wonderful.
Okay. All right. I'll just do another one.
And I'll go back to gallery view.
Okay.
And I think it might be easy if people want one, raise your hand. You can either use the icon or you can actually physically raise your hand, and that'll help Kimberly tune into you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do one more mini reading. So let's see. The guides are saying, I am getting something off Miss Rose. Okay. Yeah. Let's do one off.
Okay.
Astaria. I think I can see you. Oh, now you left.
Yeah, no, I hit the wrong button. This is wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, Scott, I've been with Scott since before he began these shows.
That's true. It's true.
We met on Maui.
That's right. That's right.
The only thing, great. I'm so happy I'm able to do a reading for you. The only thing that would help me is if you just move over a drop because the light is shining right in my eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, just like a light behind you is like.
Move so you've got the wall behind you, Atira. So you don't have that room behind you? No. Move further. Yes, there you go. Much better.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, great. So my guides are already coming in and giving me a message. They're telling me this is more about your health. They're telling me right away some information. They're coming in. So take a deep breath for me. Let's connecting to the guides and the angels. Just okay, good, cool. They're going right for your, and you may know this or you may not know it. That's okay. Just be open to this. They're telling me something about around the front of your mouth. They're going right for the mouth. And they're also saying it's connecting a little bit to your blood sugar. I'm getting a negative blink on the blood sugar. They're saying blood sugar, Kimberly, talk about the blood sugar. And they're also going to, now, even if you've had your thyroid looked at before, or you've had a thyroid checked, but they're going to tell me the left side of the thyroid is not quite right for them. So the thyroid, now, I don't know if you've ever had a doctor say that your thyroid was off.
No, but there is a blood issue.
Yes. And they're telling me, the reason I'm saying yes is because they keep telling me that over and over again. So we usually go after something that the guys are saying. So they want to make sure you know you need to look at your food, of what's going on with your food intake, with like fruits, and making sure the fruit is not too on the higher level of sugar. And also they're going into your pancreas right away, going into your thyroid, pancreas, gallbladder. And also they're talking about, and I don't know if this is okay on the show right now, but they're talking about your uterus. They're telling me something about a surgery that you may have had, that maybe it's not there.
Right.
Is that true? Is your uterus gone? They're telling me it's gone. And they're also telling me that you have some sort of hormonal issue because of that had left. And that's connecting to the blood sugar. If you ever want to have a longer session with me, I'm more than happy to discount you.
Yeah, I would love that. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. And they're also telling me when you had that removed, it was a miracle that you're here still.
Oh boy.
that was a little bit of a situation there, and that might have been a little bit difficult for you. Is that true?
Yes. It's kind of convoluted because it also involves the cervix.
Yes, I'm getting a lot of chills about that. I'm going to send you some prayer healing, and everybody in the room right now, prayer healing, and just say to you, through the grace of the Holy Spirit and love and light, I'm sending you peace, joy, and healing through the divine feminine, through the grace of the Virgin Mary. That we are in the fifth dimension. We are in the awakening. God bless you.
For Kimberly, sometime we should just do a show of just you, because so many people want healing. So, you've been on our show before, but we haven't done this thing before. And so I would love to just maybe do a sacred Sunday show where it's just you and I, or Tangela wants to co-host. And that way you could really get to 5 or 10 of our friends here.
Okay, like more readings. We could just do readings. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much for letting me do a couple of the readings.
Oh my God, it was fantastic. And if you want to stick around and we have time, I'd love to do more. In either case, I don't want to put her on the spot to say yes, but you are absolutely invited to stay longer tonight. But here's how everybody can immediately connect with Kimberly. Her website is called thehealingtrilogy.com, thehealingtrilogy.com. And of course, you can see right there how to book an appointment. Just click there. Always make sure you put your email address in right away so that you can subscribe to her newsletter. I actually had already done that. And this is her brand new book, Awakening to the Fifth Dimension. And I know it's available many ways, Amazon, Audible, Barnes & Noble. Tell us about your new book, Kimberly.
I channeled my new book after my near-death experience, talks about the near-death experience, talks about me being scientifically tested by Noetic Science Institute, SciTech Institute, and Dr. Norman Shealy. I stayed with him for a few weeks, and he did a lot of testing. A lot of that research is in here. I also have some diet plans, nutrition, supplements, and talks about how to awaken to the fifth dimension. And it's on audio. So if you don't want to read it, you can listen to it. It's Kindle, and it's being sold everywhere right now, and it's doing quite well.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. So again, I'm going to go back to the website. Again, everybody, order Awakening to the Fifth Dimension. If you go to her website, just click Again, her website is thehealingtrilogy.com. I'll also put that in the chat box. And she, as you just saw, amazing readings. So while she's still available, she's becoming pretty famous, by the way. I mean, she's just on Coast to Coast. She's every time I'm on her email list, so I'm seeing all these things and events. So grab her while you can, because she may not be available that much longer. We're very fortunate to have you with us, Kimberly. Thank you so much.
I'm happy to be here right now. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. You know, one of the things I am going to be doing more and more of this summer, winter for those of you down under, this new season, is inviting some of you to share some of the events that you're involved in, some of the things that you're doing, and to get to know our Global Peace Tribe members a little bit more. So I want to welcome for the very first time appearing online with the Global Peace Tribe. This is Astaria Seraphina. What a beautiful, beautiful name. Welcome, Astaria. I need you to unmute yourself. There you go. And tell us, you're a longtime devotee of our dear friends, Sri and Kira. They've been on the show on Saturday Night Live. Tell us about what's happening.
God, thank you so much. Namaste to you and your beautiful community. I've enjoyed being with everyone tonight. I've been following the Global Peace Tribe for 2 years now, so I love the music. I love the artists. This is kind of my Saturday night family. So thank you, guys. Yes, yeah. So today I feel inspired to share with you about the amazing 1,000 points of light meditation that Scott already has on his screen up here, with beautiful Sri Ramka and Master Lady Kira Ra. Tomorrow is Sri's birthday. And I know that he would love nothing more than having 1,000 points of light at the meditation. So that what called me to step out into the limelight here for you, Scott, and everybody, and share. And today I had an inspiration for a little song, a little jingle that came, I don't know, I might be over my 1 minute, but I could sing it if you want.
Go for it. We're loving it.
Oh, all right, so it goes like this. I had a dream, 1,000 points of light in harmony and unity for our planet now. Imagine this, unity, beauty, and 1,000 points of light. Come be with us if your heart is calling you. That's it.
Oh, that was fantastic. I'm going to go to gallery view, and I want everybody to twinkle. Let's all twinkle this beautiful new friend. Thank you, Astaria, for that sweet song. Thank you. One of our musical artists wasn't able to make it tonight at the last moment, so thank you for covering. And again, I'm bringing Tangela on for a moment as well, and I'm going to go back to myself. And again, I want to really encourage people to come on July 13th to this event. And it's going to be quite wonderful. Sri and Kira, we've had them on Saturday Night Live, and they are really delightful people. And so definitely want to invite you all to participate on July 13th for that event. And I'll put the website, well, good. Astaria put the website already into the chat box. Thank you, Astaria. Hope to see you again.
Thank you, Starr. Beautiful.
Another announcement I want to make before we move on with our show is tomorrow. And I will be back with wonderful Tangela and our Sacred Sunday show, and it's going to be very special. We're going to be having a dynamic conversation about who was Jesus, also known as Yeshua, and Mary Magdalene. What was their relationship? We've got a world-class researcher, Tez Gabriel. She's the creator of Pathways to Peace, who's going to be with us. And Renee Anthony, who are dear friends of Tangela, and they are amazing channels, and they channel Jesus, Yeshua, and Mary. Also, I've invited my good friend Heather Salmon, who's brilliant, from the Temple of Isis, and also Christy Michaels, who puts on the Mary Magdalene Feast every year, and was one of Celestine's primary partners. So it's going to be an amazing roundtable conversation. Also, Josiane Apollon is going to come all the way from France and share her experience of directly connecting with the Spirit of Jesus. So, and we want to hear from some of you too. So it's going to be a powerful Sacred Sunday. And again, the Sacred Sunday show, if you haven't already registered, register and you'll get the links. Of course, everybody in our Zoom room has already registered. And it's at 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern. That's tomorrow, Sunday.
And I'm so excited about tomorrow's show. And I'm so excited about tomorrow's show, Scott, because obviously, Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, powerful guides. And for those of you who have not experienced Blue Soul Earth, Renee and Anthony are good friends and also part of our SoulSearch community. They are incredible in their channeling of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. And I've been blessed to take several courses with Mary Magdalene herself through Anthony and Renee, which has been incredible. So I'm excited for all of you to be able to experience the direct transmissions and the energies, and looking forward to all of the guests.
I got to say, you look like Mary Magdalene. Like in my imagination of what she looked like Tangela. She had your smiles, she had your beautiful face, she had your beautiful energy. So from now on, when I look at you, I'm going to think of Mary Magdalene.
Oh, thank you. Well, that is really an honor, because she is such a divine feminine force that is really, she's coming through so strongly right now on the planet today with all of us women, and all the masculine too, because this is as Raquel said last night, this is an age of balance, but bringing through those divine energies of masculine and feminine through Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. And she's such a powerhouse, and she's just rocking and rolling for all of us women to just get out there and do our thing. So I love that. Thank you.
Beautiful. We're being a little spontaneous today. I just brought Tarek. Tarek, you are on camera. We can see you chewing. And Tarek, what I'd like to do, if it's okay with you, since Tom couldn't make it, I'd like to show your 7 Generations video now. And then a little bit later in the show, if you could close us out with a rap song. Would that work for you?
Got it, brother.
Tell us, introduce what this video is that we're about to see.
Thank you so much. I feel so welcomed, and I love this community, and I'm here trying to comment on everyone's comments. And 7 generations. So indigenous wisdom shares that every act, that the acts that we do in our life can affect the 7 generations ahead of us. And so there's a big talk about this when it comes to Mother Earth and how we're harming her with our pollution, and we're all contributing to this on some level. So it's not about guilt tripping us, which the elites are trying to do, and they have their own agenda with it, but it's about just being mindful about our connection to Mother Earth, like literally connecting to her. She's so conscious, she's so powerful, she's alive. Mm-hmm. At our rainbow gathering in Australia, brother, it was my first time. When we did our first circle, we're like 50 people in a circle, doing the first day, because it's, I think, new moon to new moon or full moon to full moon, I can't remember. But day 1, while we're doing our circle, a giant tree falls down. And then 30 days later, we're doing our closing circle and a tree falls down. So it's like Mother Earth is right there with us. And I've even experimented and said, hey guys, I'm asking Mother Earth to give us a sign that she's alive, and it starts raining. So she's so alive. She grows the herbs naturally around us that are the medicines for us, and we think it's weeds and we cut them out. But anyways, long story short, 7 generations inspired by indigenous wisdom. And it was our soul sister Sunny in New Zealand, and then it's a soul brother Truth Seeker in America. And so we just tried to, and then myself with the Middle Eastern heritage, like we're trying to unify this wisdom through this song. And we prayed, like I had 2 pages of prayers and intentions that, like, literally I'm on the microphone just sending these healings for us to heal all the traumas that go back to all the way back our ancestral lineage, and to heal it for the future generations, our children and future generations. And I mean, that's just the nutshell, because we spent 10 minutes. She had 2 pages of prayers that she encoded into the song. I had tons of healing for 10 minutes. I'm sitting on the mic. There's no sounds, but it's packed with intentions into the song. And so we shot it in New Zealand at a beautiful yoga retreat. And it's myself and Sunny, and you get to see Truth Seeker, an amazing spiritual rap artist. And The producers are like indigenous soul brothers from Australia, Indigenoise, and they did the song. So it's a labor of love, and I feel it speaks to our soul, and yeah, it's in sync with
Thank
what
you
we're.
so much, Tarek. We're going to play the video, and then we're going to drop into our memorial time for Celestine. Tarek, thank you so much.
What do you want the world to look like 700 years from now?
Hear the call of the night, bringing us silent grace. Call of the dawn of the first light, birthing a bright new day. Sun, moon, earth, align. Grandmother says it's time to walk in the sacred way. Bring to the waters, burning the cedars, standing on the front line. Oh, standing behind. Our elders, our brothers, and our sisters, and the mothers in the earth, water, fire in the sky. Indigenous rights, indigenous rights, indigenous wisdom rights. Indigenous rights, indigenous rights, indigenous wisdom rights. Seven generations. Who is thinking of them? Children of our children, the future of the nation. We've got to see the visions of the love vibration. Seven generations. Who is thinking of them? The children of our children, the future of the nation. We've got to see the visions of the love vibration.
We're not just thinking of the future, but the future of our future. Every move we make is useful, singing heart songs and it's beautiful. Drumming is our medicine, dancing with our brethren, better than we've ever been, best chance to ever win. Power to the people, love is our beacon, calling truth seekers and all wisdom keepers, living with no regrets, good against evil, exists in all the people, the condor and the eagle, burning sage and cedar, spirit is our leader, warriors, shamans, believers, dream weavers, bless all my relations, we're all created equal, channeling medicine songs, singing to the ether. Ancients say that everything is sacred. Patience as we break free from cages, celebrate with soul tribe, lessening the hatred, uncovering the secret mystery of the ages. You won't get rid of us, our souls indigenous, return to innocence, set free the prisoners of mind. We are omnipotent, bring dark into light while remaining vigilant. Seven generations.
Who is thinking of them? Children of our children, the future of the nation.
We gotta see the vision of a love vibration.
Seven generations.
Seven generations.
Who is thinking of them? The children of our children, the future of the nation.
We gotta see the vision of a love vibration.
The curse is with me, poverty is with me, bondage is with me, a generation set free. Take a ride, supernatural high. As I envision cryptic visions, Fibonacci and I'm on a natural high. With nature I am alive. I keep my feet on the ground, I keep my eye on the sky. Kundalini, people rise, I chant the mantra of life. When knowledge is forbidden, keep my knowledge aside. We are one with the sun and we are one with the moon. We are one with the stars and they gon' learn real soon. ET's wing beams as they fly by. Psilocybin be connected to the night sky. Stargates, we connected to the star guys. And we the Gnostics who will fight against the archons. In battle gym, we were winners, we break the soul ties. Higher learning, conversating with the spirit guides. We ascend to higher levels when the body dies. With no corruption, it's something I often fantasize. I speak life to my family tree. We are blessed to be a blessing, stand together with me.
Seven generations.
Seven generations.
Who is thinking of them? Children of our children, the future of the nation.
We gotta see the vision of a love vibration.
Seven generations.
Seven generations.
Who is thinking of them? The children of our children, the future of the nation.
We gotta see the vision of a love vibration.
Sister, I'm calling.
Sister, I'm calling.
Take my hand.
Take my hand.
Let us sing together and travel across these ancient lands. Brother, I'm calling.
Brother, I'm calling.
Take my hand.
Take my hand.
Let us dream together and travel within these inner lands. Sister, I'm calling.
Sister, I'm calling.
Take my hand.
every decision, be it personal, governmental, or corporate, we must consider how it will affect our descendants 7 generations into the future.
Hey, this is Sunny Ray.
And this is Indigo Prophet.
We'd like to say thank you for watching this video and sharing this video.
We put some links below.
And you can follow those links to find out how you can support Indigenous cultures worldwide.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Wow.
Absolutely perfect. Can you, because the links didn't show up in the video.
Mark, you're muted also.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I was. The links didn't show up for the organizations, right?
Right. So if you could can you pop those in the chat box for us?
Yes. Give me a second.
Just go ahead and do it while we move on, because we're going to move the show forward.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
And we'll see you at the end of the show, Tarek. All right. So we're going to kind of transition our energy a little bit, Tangela, into a celebration of life. And when someone that we love has passed, and as most of you know, my wife passed away. I've watched my mother, my father, my wife, and many friends through death. So death has been a big part of my life. And a word that I found valuable is the word bittersweet. It's bitter that Celestine is gone. It's sweet that we miss her so much. Because we miss her so much because we love her so much. So savor the sweetness of the longing of our love for her and our appreciation for our time with her, while acknowledging the bitterness that she's no longer available to connect with us physically, but she, I think, might be available to connect in other ways. I'm going to bring up her photo, and Tangela, I'd like to invite you to share your story of what took place for you this week.
Wow. Well, thank you, Scott. So for many of you here know Celestine Starr for decades. You know, she was beloved powerhouse healer in the Bay Area community and also across the country, and really a renegade, really, before her time in bringing forth the knowledge and the wisdom and the connection of our Starr families. She would take people on amazing sky watches here in Marin to connect. Even most recently in Sedona, we did a beautiful CE5 with her where she was calling in our galactic brothers and sisters, and we were able to make those connections together. So she was such a powerhouse, just always full of light, radiant. We'll have other people here sharing as well. And just recently, I was able to be with Celestine several times. She took me out to lunch, was so excited about SoulSearch and being a part of the community, and was posting in there. And, we knew that she had shared she was going through some health challenges with cancer, but, she had had the tumor removed, and it seemed like she had really beat it. And so it was very shocking news to us on Monday morning. Ironically, not surprised. 4th of July, Freedom Day, Liberation Day. Of course, Celestine would choose such a day to go into her own liberation. But we received the news in the morning that she had not been feeling well. Had checked into the hospital into the emergency room on Saturday, and on Monday morning the doctors informed her she would not have much time left to live because the cancer had spread to her organs and they were about to collapse. So Deborah Giusti, who is her best friend, she and I went to the hospital that afternoon, and it was really cosmically aligned for us to do so. I mean, she is such a beloved person. She is beloved by hundreds and hundreds of people. Scott, you've been friends with her yourself for over 30 years. So we went to the hospital, and it was her daughter and her daughter's partner and Deborah and myself. And Deborah was just fielding the calls coming in from everyone across the country, just sending their love, sending their gratitude, sending poetry, and just beautiful, singing to her. It was just beautiful. She was already in another state because of the medication that she was on, but they told us that she could hear. And when, as Deborah and I drove over to the hospital, Deborah was like, whatever our human emotions are around this, whether they be sadness or despair or anger, let us remember that this is her soul contract and she has chosen to depart in this time. And that's really, how I felt as I walked into that room. I just immediately knew, she had chosen to depart at this time, and she was on her transcendence, and that is a reason for us to celebrate as her soul went into the glory of the one and into the light where she is continuing to do her work, supporting all of us in so many ways. And so she was just so excited about where we are right now in time, in this global awakening. And she was such a powerhouse in this shift. And now, she is there supporting us through this light. But it was just incredible to be with her during her final hours and final moments as she transcended in all of her glory and all of the glory who she is. And she's still with us so viscerally, just supporting everything. And I do get messages from her when I have questions or doubt about things. I hear her coming in and being like, Tangela, you know what you have to do, or don't have any doubts. So, what a powerful woman, what an incredible beacon of light. And it was my honor and privilege to celebrate her in her ascension into the ascended master state of who she is, and know that she is with us in every moment, supporting us from all of the dimensions of where she operates from, in all of her strength and power. So I want to just thank Celestine for who she is in all of the dimensions, who she was while she was here with us, and that we just love you so much, Celestine, and thank you for the honor and privilege of me being able to be there with you, as you transcended in all of your glory.
Beautiful. Yeah, I was originally going to show clips of Celestine tonight, but honestly, we're a little over time, and the healings are so powerful, and so many people want healings. So I'm actually not going to show a clip. Oh, my dog wants to come up and say hi. So I'm not going to show a clip of Celestine, but what we are going to do is Christine Tulas is going to play some beautiful harp music. And while she does that, I want us to just drop in. And then Melissa, who received a transmission and may receive another one even while it's happening, is going to come on and share about her connection on the spirit level. And we're going to hear from Galaxy. And if anyone else wants to share a memory of Celestine, please put that in the chat box. And be very clear if you're wanting me to read it, and if so, make it short, or if you want to say something. But if you want to say something, we need to keep it to 30 seconds. 45 seconds at the most, because we're already running over time and we want to get to more healings. So with that, I'm really happy. We're very blessed to have Christine with us. She's been on Global Peace Tribe shows before. She's a beautiful, angelic soul. And Christine, did you have a relationship to Celestine?
Yes, I did.
Tell us about that before you play.
Well, she was a dear friend, and we live close to each other, and I would often run into her in town, and we would just, I always felt so uplifted by seeing Celestine. And we initially met through Christy Michaels and the Magdalene work that we've all done together for many years. But Celestine just always brightened my day. She was so full of light and radiance and joy and generosity, and her spirit is so incredibly strong and beautiful. So she was just a beloved friend and collaborator in sacred work.
Beautiful. And of course, I have hosted some of the Mary Magdalene events that you and Christy and Celestine did, and Christy's going to be on the show tomorrow, as we're talking about. So I want to just invite everyone, as we listen to this beautiful angelic music, I'll pull the picture of Celestine back up, and let's just send her our appreciation, prayers, whatever you feel inspired to share with this woman that we love. And if you're interested in sharing something verbally, put it in the chat box while Christine plays. And we'll go to Melissa after this.
Great. And for those of you who are needing healing, I really invite you, I invite all of us actually to go into our hearts right now while I'm playing the harp, because the harp is a celestial bridge. It is a bridge to the higher dimensions, to the higher worlds, and allows us to more easily directly connect to our Creator, to that force of love, to that great mystery. And we know we all have healing abilities built into ourselves. So I want to invite you, as I'm playing this music, to just open to that for yourself and put your hands on your body, touch your body in any place that might be in pain or needing assistance. And I'm also a Reiki master practitioner, so I will send you Reiki energy as well as I'm playing this music. And this song, I chose this song especially to play during this moment because it so exemplifies Celestine's beauty and her vision for humanity and all of us living together in love and harmony and peace. And I know we all share that vision, and each of us bringing our special gifts to uplift and help and assist each other. So this song is called The Circle. So just allow yourself to open, to receive blessings of the divine Creator, blessings of healing, blessings of love.
turning miracle. Come share your heart, we need you here to complete the circle of life. What are the gifts you're here to share? Follow your heart, you'll find the answers. Let your dreams fill you, make them real. You are a key to what's unfolding from high above the earth's a jewel, a turning miracle. Come share your heart, we need you now to complete the circle of life.
Oh my Lord, that was so perfect. Eleanor, there's all sorts of comments coming in, but Eleanor Jor writes, something tells me that this is a powerful song of healing and love. Yes, I think so. That was just exquisite, Christine. Thank you. I'm going to bring my co-host Tangela on as well.
Wow, thank you so much, Christine. That was just absolutely divine. And it was so healing and so beautiful. And I'm sure Celestine was appreciating it and reveling in this music just as much as we all are. So thank you for bringing us into the higher realms with you. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
My pleasure.
And Christine, would you be willing to stay and play one more song for us a little bit later on in the show?
Absolutely.
That'd be wonderful. And I did bring up her website, so let me go quickly. If people want more from her, which I'm sure they probably will, her website is, again, her name, ChristineTulas.com. And I'm going to pull it up and you can direct us. Christine Tulas, she spells her last name Tulis, and it's Christine, like Christ, ChristineTulis. And someone needs to mute because we're hearing dogs and sounds and things. And again, like everybody, always start by putting your email address in so that you can get that. And oh, I love this. We gotta do motorcycles. Let's see which boxes have motorcycles. Okay. After you verified the motorcycles, a free healing harp download. That's a beautiful gift. Thank you.
Yeah.
And do you have any events coming up you'd like to let people know about?
I do. In fact, very, very excitingly, we are tomorrow evening. In fact, every Sunday evening from this point forward, Kim, my beloved partner, and I are doing live sound healing events at Citrine in Larkspur, California. So if you're here in the Bay Area, please come join us every Sunday at 7:30 p.m., 7:30 to 9. And Citrine has just opened their beautiful new wellness studio in the back of the store. And they have the one and only healing salt room in Marin County. Karen Holland, whose inspiration is, she's the inspiration behind Citrine and the beautiful offerings they have there, has constructed for us a beautiful Himalayan salt room with pink salt slabs in the wall. And so you can come and enjoy all of the incredible offerings, and I'll be doing sound healing there every Sunday night from 7:30 to 9, and just so happy to be of service to the community again, live in person.
Christine, that's wonderful. Please put in the chat box the details for us on that, okay?
I will. I will.
And we'll hear from Christine again
Yeah.
a little bit later in the show. Thank you so much.
Thank
Wasn't
you.
that
Thank you,
amazing,
everyone.
Tangela? Oh my gosh.
Love.
Yeah, it was
Thank
absolutely
you.
gorgeous. So beautiful. So beautiful. I'm just, still just taking it all in.
Enjoy.
I can take into one of your sound baths soon. I would love that.
Please, please do.
So we are now going to hear from one of your soul sisters, Melissa. And you did a little introduction at the beginning, but tell us briefly a little bit about Melissa and to kind of set up what she's about to share with us.
Sure. So happy to have Melissa here with us. She is one of my soul sisters and, really one of our amazing SoulSearch sisters as well. And she's also an incredible quantum Akashic Records healer, channeler, intuitive, medium, spiritual teacher, and guide. And I've had the pleasure of working with her actually quite extensively. And a lot of the generational traumas that I've been releasing in this year, which has been a significant amount of work, was actually with and through Melissa. So I really honor Melissa's deep work as an Akashic healer at the quantum level, and really appreciate how much she's helped me and supported me in clearing so much of my lineage and what I've been holding, because that's really what's supporting me and moving everything forward, including SoulSearch. I don't know if I would have had the courage and wherewithal to do all of this just because of everything I was carrying within me. So thank you so much, Melissa. And she's also a gifted medium and intuitive. And, she's here because she has been also in communication with Celestine after her passing. And so we'd love to hear your sharing of your experiences, Melissa. Thank you.
Yeah, no, well, thanks, Tangela. You're so sweet. But so I do want to preface this because it's really, it was really a message for Tangela. So what happened was I was in a very profound meditation in the morning. Well, Tangela and I had spoken the night before about Celestine, and I heard her, but I was just like, you know what? This is about Tangela and what she needs right now. So then the next day I had this really profound visceral experience, and then Celestine came very clearly in, and she said, you have to talk to Tangela and give her a message. And the reason that she came to me, and that's what I feel like is the most important part of this, she said that she came to me. Now, I do not know her. I met her super briefly at an event in Sedona. I think we may have conversed a little bit, but anyway, she said she came to me because I have no preconceived notions. So because I don't know her, I can give a clear message without any awareness of who she is. So she wanted to share with Tangela that she is a multidimensional person and always has been, and that she moved right into this multidimensional experience. And she showed me her experience. And what she's saying now is part of the reason she wanted to share all of this is because she wants people to know that some of the ways that people think that they pass and they go through these certain levels or different experiences, it really depends on where you are and what's important to you. And she wanted to share with everyone that when you cross, when you know that it's okay and you're already working multidimensionally, you'll know so much more. and you won't have to wait for things to happen. You'll just know exactly what you're doing. And she wanted to make sure she shared this with her community because it was important for her to help others know that there is no fear in any transition that you make, whether it's the transition in this lifetime through different levels of your own awakening into your own heart, into your own connection, into your own gifts, or passing on to the other side. Like, there is no difference in those transitions. They're all really important because as you're moving through the awakening, these are all part of the transitions. And yes, she is here to do really important work. And she knew that this was her opening. And now she wants me to share, which is a little personal, but Tangela and I have known about this connection that she and I have with the Lyrans. And the other reason that Celestine told me that she came to me was because she, Tangela, and I are all part of the same lineage, or sector. I keep on tripping over that because it's not the right word, but I don't know what other word to use. But we knew each other. And as soon as she said that, I had such a visceral experience. I literally sobbed. I was sobbing. And so I just want everybody to know who loves Celestine, and it's not that she will come to everybody. She just wanted to make sure that Tangela had a very specific message, not just for her, but also people that were close to her, like Scott and Deb Juicy.
And have you felt her tonight? And is there?
Oh yeah. Well, she was just telling me a lot of this. Like, I told her, whatever, I'm here for her. So most of that was for her. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you for sharing that with all of us and with everyone. And thank you for bringing Celestine with us here tonight.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Beautiful.
She's very clear. I have to say, I've channeled a lot of people, and her and Wayne Dyer probably are the clearest channels I've ever had.
Wow. Well, those of us who knew Celestine knew that she was a powerful woman who knew what she wanted, and she made it happen. She definitely made it happen. So,
yeah.
Is there something else, Melissa?
Well, that's how we resonate too. And that's how she resonates with Tangela. It's like we almost are the same energy system. It just feels so real. It's interesting. Yeah, I've never had that before with someone who is crossed and alive.
And what a beautiful example of our, galactic origins and galactic connections that we all hold with one another. Again, just validated by Celestine, our Lyran connections, and just showing like how connected we all are with one another in all of the multidimensional realms. It's just incredible. Thank you. So beautiful.
Beautiful. We are going to hear from a couple of people. If anybody else wants to speak, we'll hear from Galaxy in a moment. But we have a wonderful poet with us, and we're very blessed to have A. Marie coming back. She's been on the show a couple times recently. Since I discovered her, I keep inviting her to come every week because I just love her poetry so much. So thank you, and I think you've got something kind of appropriate for this particular moment of the show, yeah?
I do. It's absolutely appropriate, Scott, because I too am a multi-dimensional traveler, and I didn't come into this space tonight expecting to have this experience, and so I know I'm purposed to be here tonight. Let me just say that. So it's kind of got me in a different direction now, because I'm sensing, but I'm going to come here and complete the task that I came here to do. But I definitely am aligned with Celestine on many, many, many different levels. So here we go. Love is the language we all speak. We all speak. We all speak. Love is a language we all speak. We all speak. Life is a beautiful continuum. Stars are born from stardust. We return. Ancestors come, ancestors go. Portal doors open, divine windows, calling us higher through the density, leading us home as we maneuver dimensions as we go on. As life, vitality, immortality, becoming mothers, being friends, cresting this journey, beginning till then. Wrapped in DNA, radiating light, we crawl, we walk, we leap, we run, a full moon, a never-ending sun. Embodying love until we're reborn, transitioning form to non-form, leaving our loved ones in love's embrace, healing the grief void creates a necessary process as souls escapade. Creating a new sort of normalcy as we've embraced, becoming memories, savory, filled with all that life resonates beyond bodies and sudden release, like being the fertilizer. Remember, we are the seeds. Pain and loss, sorrow and grief come to assist our transition to ease. Ease us through this purpose transcendence as we remember that life is a beautiful continuum. Celestine Starr has raised the bar in her ascendance past the baton to those who remain near and far, bodied and bodiless alike. Having fulfilled this dimensional call, she vibrates now omnipresent and able to serve the cosmic community outside of time constructs and labels. A sudden departure, a personal rendition, a radiant opening to the shift now presented. To those who have known her, may you know peace. Be comforted. She remains with us now, even as we speak. Hues of blue and gold and green, iridescent opulence of this transitioning. We are here to continue to live and to thrive. As Celestine crests the new dawn, arise. We are all partners in raising the bar. Our hearts hurt. We'll truly miss her. Allow this space. Take a few moments. Experience grace. It's not an ending, a change of pace. Death being a door that transitioned us on, returning us all home as we all are reborn. And knowing we embody the home within, remember, it's a beginning, not an end. Embrace the healing available now. Ancestor, elder, a new star, present, deep bow. Celestine transitions on and on and on. While being here, love remains. A star is reborn. Love is the language we all speak. We all speak.
Oh, thank you so much. And you just kind of channeled that this evening, yeah?
Wow, incredible.
Wow.
Just now.
Beautiful
Just
tribute
now.
to Celestine.
I feel her so, I wasn't expecting this tonight. So she truly is everywhere. She's everywhere in everything as we speak.
Beautiful. Thank you. If people want to connect more to this wonderful woman who you're going to see on our show periodically because she brings so much, she likes to connect with people through Facebook. And her Facebook group is called Yes to Breath. That's the word yes, the number 2, then breath. And I'm going to join the group, that's for sure. So thank you, A. Marie, and we look forward to the next time you'll bless us with your poetry, and even more than your poetry, your beautiful presence. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're going to give a go at hearing from one of our audience members, Tangela. She's not sure if her internet connection is going to be strong enough, but this is Galaxy Starborn.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. Well, just so that everybody knows up front, I've been getting the message that my internet connection is unstable. However, I know that the love we all have for Celestine is very stable. And so I'm going to call upon that to anchor us and to anchor the technology so that I can honor her in this way. So I know my background might be a little bit dim, but I brought some candles to honor Celestine with. The first is a star candle, and the second one is a heart candle. And so I want to honor both Celestine's galactic nature and her love. And I'll turn them on. You probably won't be able to see them, but please know that they are, well, not really burning, they're LED candles, but they are bringing in the light that Celestine also brings in with her soul. And I'll just encourage each of you in your own way to imagine that you are turning on a candle in your home. I had the privilege of meeting Celestine in person once and only once in this lifetime. I was called to the New Living Expo this past May in San Mateo, California. As soon as I saw her name on the program, I just knew that I had to go meet her. And so I went, I listened to her talk, and I was just so moved to hear somebody speaking with the galactic frequencies that are home to me. And afterwards, I went to go buy her book and get her autograph. And, when I told her my name, I am Galaxy Starborn, and I'm a galactic guidance channel as well. She just gave me this big hug, this big, warm, welcoming hug. And she took a picture of us together. And she said, this is for the archives, because one day we're going to look back and say, these are the people that I was with, that I walked this part of the journey with. And I was just so moved by her warm welcome, somebody that I'd literally just met and yet who felt like a soul sister. And she encouraged me to reach out, after the expo was over. Well, I went home. This book, I don't know if you can see it very well, but this book of hers called The Galactic Earth Council. Like a friend, it went with me everywhere for several weeks. And then I decided to put it in a place of honor in my home, and it's right in my living room, and I see it first thing when I walk in and last thing when I leave. And it just has this, this cover that just, the galactic frequencies are so strong, and it just, it reminds me of home. And then when I read the email from SoulSearch earlier this week saying that Celestine Starr had passed away, I burst into tears because I realized that even though I'd been, having Celestine's book with me, I hadn't reached out, at least verbally in the verbal dimension before her passing. And that said, being multidimensional, I did, reach out in that moment, and I certainly got, the warmth of her connection. And even though a part of me was judging myself as having been too late for reaching out, today I got this message. It's always the perfect time for love. And I really do feel that even though I only had that privilege of a short time in the human dimension of knowing Celestine, I feel like that represents her soul essence, the love that she carries. And, and I want to just share that message with everybody, that it's always the perfect time for love. And since her book has meant so much to me, I want to read just the preface to it, which I feel carries many levels of meaning in this time. We all come from the stars, and to the stars we are returning. It is time for you to become the awakened hope for humanity. Take the journey beyond the veil, where humanity is no longer separate from its true galactic nature. There you will find me, high on the mountaintop, gazing into the stars. Celestine Isha Starr.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so much.
those words resonate deeply with me. And I also, in closing, just want to share a quick poem that came through. Twinkle, twinkle, Celestine star, how we marvel at all that you are. Up above this world you love, shining like a diamond with wings of a dove. Twinkle, twinkle, Celestine star, blessed are we who see who you are.
That was
Namaste.
awesome. I love that.
Thank you, Galaxy. Incredible. Thank you for
Thank you,
that.
Galaxy. And welcome to the Awakening World, the Global Peace Tribe. And thank you, Internet, Celestine, Gods. Your technology was perfect.
It worked. Great.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
sharing. That was so beautiful. Wow.
We're going to bring Christine back up to conclude this part of our show. And then we still got healings with the amazing Laura Quirk. And as Christine plays, I have a request. It is true, I knew Celestine for 30 years. We shared birthdays. I was December 25, she was December 24. We had several mutual birthday parties. She was a very close friend with my wife, and when my wife passed, she served as a channel between my wife and I many times. And my request is this. We will have a big celebration that Deborah Giusti and I and others are working on with Lysandra, Celestine's daughter. It looks like it's probably going to be on August the 8th. But, we'll announce it. And it'll be a big online celebration as well as an in-person celebration. So people who can come in person, it'll be in Marin, probably at the Marin Art and Garden Center. That's close to you, Christine.
Yeah.
And then, but also we'll broadcast it live for everybody. But to help carry on her work, I want to encourage everybody to please contribute to her this program that her daughter started. I'm really proud I was the first person to donate. And I'm going to put the information in the chat box right now. And as we listen to Christine's beautiful music, let's donate. The money is all going to go to, and let me put this in the chat box right now. It's all going to go to kind of archiving the work of Celestine and creating a digital support. It's going to be a digital platform so that we continue her work forward. And we're only looking to raise $5,000, and we've raised $1,800 of it. I'd love to wrap it up tonight and complete that tonight if at all possible. But whatever you can donate, whether it's $5 or $500, $1, $11, I donated $111, and some people might be able to donate $1,000. Whatever it is, all donations are welcome. And what better way for us to remember Celestine as we're listening to the exquisite music of Christine to give her and her daughter some green love, some green energy to really help anchor in her digital platform. So that's my request. And thank you, Christine, for being here. And spotlight's on you.
Absolutely. And I just want to share also that my birthday is also Christmas Eve.
Oh my gosh, that's
yeah,
right.
and
You mentioned it earlier today.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah,
Now, since, let's you and I have a mutual birthday party, if possible, next year.
Absolutely.
And of course, we'll call in Celestine. So let's plan on doing that.
Absolutely. And I know what an archivist Celestine was, and so I know the importance of this project to bring forth all of her many amazing experiences and the community and this community, and just so that we can get to know each other even more deeply and share. And so this song I'm going to play for you now is a poem of Rumi, the beautiful mystic poet. And I'll just speak the lyric to you so you can really capture these words. Love, oh pure, deep love. Be here, be now, be all. Frail living leaves burn with you, brighter than cold stars. Make me your servant, your breath, your core.
Mm. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're so welcome. A pleasure.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just so touching, and I'm sure that Celestine is just smiling as she feels all the love and all the energy, and wow. And a reminder, everybody, if you live in the Bay Area, go tomorrow to Christine's amazing sound bath. Again, you can go to her website, christinetulas.com, get your free Healing Heart download, join her email list, and Christine, it just has worked out so beautifully to have you on the show tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, everyone. Great to connect.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. All right, so quick announcement. Kimberly Meredith has agreed to do a full Sacred Sunday show where she will provide healings. It'll be on Sunday, August 21st. So those of you who didn't get healings today, hopefully some of you are going to get healings in a moment with Laura, but also on Sunday, August 21st, Sacred Sunday show. It's just going to be Kimberly providing a little bit about her story and providing some healings. So that's going to be fun. And I'm going to turn it over to my wonderful co-host to, again, tell us about her soul sister, Laura Quirk.
Yes, thank you so much, Scott. So happy to be here with everyone tonight. What a miraculous evening with all of this incredible music and channeling and the spontaneous healings coming in from Kimberly. And I'm just so excited to continue our miraculous evening tonight with Laura Quirk, who is an incredible healer. And she is known for her own, let her explain this herself, but her own healing modality that she has developed, which has this incredible capability for quickly and effectively delivering miraculous results called Sacred Heart Healing. And she has even healed people who struggled from childhood trauma and life-threatening diseases in a single session. So again, another miraculous healer with us today. And Laura, thank you so much for coming. And just to let you all know, and Laura, you can speak to this briefly about, your background and how you came into all of this before going into the healings. But Laura also had a background in corporate America and, just began, was doing this healing work on the side and just really developed this powerful technique as she started working with people. So another incredible story of, again, we all have these innate supernatural capabilities of healing and power that we can bring forth. And Laura actually works with people to do that as well. So thanks so much, Laura, for joining us. So excited to have you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm just really grateful to be here. So so just a little bit of my history. Actually, my degree is in engineering, and I was vice president of engineering. I did it for 20 years, and then I've always had the passion of healing. And even as a young child, I knew there was easy ways for people to heal. I just didn't know how. And so I used to put my hands on people and just try and channel energy, not even knowing what I was doing. There was no information out there at that time. No books. The only books I could find was on ESP. And like, no, that's not what it is. And so I would just play around with it. And then as time went on, I started listening to tapes on the way to work, and more information was coming out, and reading anything I could get my hands on. And just in high tech, I would just channel this energy. If somebody came in with a problem as they're speaking, I would channel this energy, and I watch them completely calm down and transition right in front of my face. And then I started doing it in meetings. I saw the same thing, like, wow, this really works. And I don't even know what I'm doing. And so then when I left high tech, I was just working so many hours a day, and I had three children at the time, and I just wasn't seeing them enough. I decided to really study what other people are doing with this. And so I took every kind of class you can imagine, just to see, what's working. And all the techniques were great. I would get results with them, but it just seemed to take a long time. And so my engineering mind says, well, there's got to be a faster, easier way to do it. And so I just would experiment on anybody who would let me experiment on them. And I was able to do things that used to take hours for me to do in seconds. And so then I eventually created these techniques and these tools, and it's always evolving. But I got to the point where then I was doing one-on-one sessions with many people and doing group healings with people. And I've been told by many different psychics that my next step is I'm going to be on stage healing a whole audience of people. So it seems like that's happening. I've been invited to do a couple healings on stage, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's just the most rewarding thing ever. I absolutely love healing. I love changing somebody's life so easily. And I teach people what I'm doing, not just do it. So I used to just do the healing for them, and they're like, oh my God, it's all you. And I'm like, no, I'm just teaching you what to do. So just kind of follow my guidance. And so then now the way I do the healing is they're participating in it, and I'm guiding them through the process and telling them exactly what's happening so they can own it. And then I say, go home and practice this on yourself. As you get triggered, things come up, use the tools that I just showed you how to use, and do your own healing. And I'm happy to help you if you get stuck. But there's nothing more rewarding when somebody comes up to you. I did a single healing on them, and you completely changed my life after that one healing. Not only did you heal the cancer, but everything else in my life has changed too. So I can't claim to heal everything for everybody, but if they're ready to heal and they're open to it, I get miraculous results. And so when I do a physical healing, instead of just healing only the physical, first I teach them how to go into their heart and expand out their consciousness, connect to heaven and earth and all that, which opens up their intuition. And then I have their heart guiding them, bring into consciousness what I call elements. And the elements are thoughts, beliefs, traumas, fears, emotions, experiences from this lifetime, from other lifetimes, and through genetics. That's where your 7 generations come back. So it doesn't matter where it came from, but if it's part of your consciousness or unconscious, it's affecting your life. And so you're in this box of all those things. So if you have a fear of failure, a fear of success, a fear of the unknown, you have a belief, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, you will bring experiences into your life to prove that, right? So whatever you believe to be true is true for you. And so it's important to heal all that stuff that contributed to the physical issue first. And that's really quick and easy by just bringing it into consciousness. What I discovered is easy to heal one thing as it is to heal a million things at once. And so by bringing everything into consciousness that's contributing to the issue, then I can transform it for them. And so my gift in all this, which I've discovered over the years, is being able to channel this really high vibrational energy. And this energy can do anything, and it's directed by your intention. And so the person I'm working with holds the intention of what they want, whether we're transforming these beliefs, or whether we're doing a physical healing, or whether we're manifesting something for them, or changing the outcome of events. It's their intention, and allowing then the energy to do its magic. And so that's kind of the process I do. And then all the tools I've created is just keeps growing. And so I just love sharing and teaching people how easy it is to transform their lives completely.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much, Laura. That's wonderful. Well, we have a couple of people already have their hands up.
Okay.
Looking for a healing for you. And also we had a request from our audience here for maybe perhaps doing a group healing. So you have a number of people. If you want to go ahead and see who you can pick here. You have a lot to choose from, Laura.
Yeah, I can pick one person, and then while I do the healing, it can apply to everybody. And so I do it in a generic enough way that many people can receive the healing, even if we're healing different things. And so that's what we can do. If you want to pick one person that I'll be speaking to, and then and the others can kind of follow along, whoever wishes to receive a healing. So,
do you want to pick somebody, Laura, or do you want one of us?
you can go ahead and pick them because I haven't been able to look at the chat while I'm talking here.
Okay. All right, well, let's go with Pure Love Essence. I don't know her, but that's a beautiful name. So I'm adding Pure Love Essence to the spotlight, and you two can chat with each other.
Great. Okay, so what is it that you would like to heal today?
You need to unmute yourself, dear.
Sorry, sorry, sorry. I can feel a lot of energy, so sometimes I forget what's going on. Sometimes, for me, it's the head. Yeah,
Okay.
the head.
What's going on with your head? What do you feel? Is it pain?
I'm a very sensitive person, so where I'm living, living is quite intense sometimes. I do shield myself a lot. So, but I'm overcoming from PSTD and childhood brain injury.
Okay, so it's a physical brain injury, or is it the PSTD? Is that emotional?
It's kind of a bit of everything.
Okay, so do you think that's what's causing your headaches, or is it maybe picking up on other people's stuff, or where you are, your environment?
I just get a lot of pressure sometimes and demands from others, and they don't respect boundaries. They don't respect boundaries, so I get a lot of pressure over my head sometimes.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. Well, let's go through the process, and anybody else that would like to participate, please do. I'm going to teach you how to go into your heart and expand out your consciousness and open up your intuition, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to guide you through what to do from there. Okay. So if you want to close your eyes, sometimes that's easier. Okay. So just put your attention on your heart.
Okay.
And then ask to be guided into your sacred heart.
Okay.
And your sacred heart is right near your physical heart. It's that safe place where your intuition lies. And imagine your consciousness around you and expand it out bigger than the universe, so you're connected to all that is. So you're still in your heart. We have access to the highest truth and your intuition's open, but you're also connected to all that is. Then go up above your head and connect with the divine love and source energy. And just by intending to do so, you'll connect right to it. And then invite that energy to come back down through the top of your head and into your heart. Then go down through your feet, down to the center of the earth, and connect with the healing energy of the earth. And invite that healing energy to come back up through your feet and into your heart. And then see it as a constant flow of the divine love source energy coming from above into your heart and the healing energy coming from the earth into your heart. Allow that combined energy to expand out to fill every fiber of your being. Then allow it to expand out even further to fill your entire consciousness. This is the state that you want to be in when you want to create change instantly. You're in your heart. We have access to the highest truth. You're connected to all that is, and you're connected to heaven and earth, all centered in your heart. If you find yourself going into your head, trying to analyze it, figure it out, just say, no, what does my heart say? And just go back into your heart. Your head's a great computer, great at figuring things out and analyzing things, but it's not where your intuition is, and it's not going to give you the highest truth. It's where your ego is. So make sure you're staying in your heart. Okay. So now we're going to start by asking your heart. So you're going to do this to yourself. You're just going to say it to yourself. I'm going to ask your heart. Actually, let's start. Let's invite in our divine teams first. I always like to do that. So your divine team consists of your angels and guides and a whole bunch of other beings that work with you. I'm going to ask for their assistance. Okay. And now you're going to ask your heart to bring into consciousness all the things that are contributing to the issue that you would like to have healed. So for you, it's going to be your headache. Other people, maybe something else. So all the things contributing to the problem or preventing us from healing it today. Okay, so that's all the elements, which is the thoughts, the beliefs, the traumas, the fears, the emotions, the experiences, the blocks from this lifetime, from other lifetimes, and through genetics. So literally there can be thousands of things coming in. So you're just inviting it all to come in. Anything that would prevent you from accepting healing for your highest and best good, invite that to come in. So just depending on how your intuition works, you know, there's, we often have a combination of the way it works, whether it's a knowingness, seeing with our third eye, hearing messages, or feeling it. Just trust how your intuition works, and it'll be opened up even more now. So just invite all that in. Sometimes you may know what it is, and sometimes it might not make sense to you, or maybe just feels like an energy thing. You know, again, this can come from other lifetimes or through genetics where you're not even aware that you had these beliefs or these fears, but your heart knows everything. Okay, so you've instructed your heart to bring into consciousness all the elements that are contributing to the issue that we're trying to heal, or preventing it from being healed. Okay, so just invite that in. And then once we have it in consciousness, then it can be transformed. And there's many ways to transform it. I use a simple statement. The words are not important. It's the intention behind it. So just hear the words and using the intention of that. But basically the intention is we're healing it from everywhere it came from. And you're healing it back to the origin and everybody affected by it. So not only are you receiving the healing, but everybody else that was affected by that element also received the healing, or is offered to them. You can't force a healing on anybody, but it's offered to them, and it's up to their higher self to accept it or not. Okay. So now that we have these things in consciousness, it's commanded that all these elements be transformed now in the highest and best way across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Thank you. And so it is. And then just watch as the energy shifts. So we're making the request, and then you're witnessing the change. So for me, it's I'm not visual, but I feel the energy moving. And then when it's still, I know it's done. For other people that are visual, they're going to see things happening, but trust how your intuition talks to you. And then just stay with it until it's complete. So you're just watching, you're just observing like this miraculous healing, transforming all these elements. And now you're going to ask your heart to disconnect all attachments to you that are not for your highest and best good. And, you know, often we have attachments, unhealthy cords or psychic hooks connected to others, either who are alive or on the other side. And that's never healthy. You want to have your own sovereignty, your own energy. So even if you're in a relationship with somebody, you don't want to be connected energetically to them. That way, you want two healthy people supporting one another. So we're going to ask that all those attachments be disconnected now and healed on both sides in the highest and best way. So just watch as that's happening. And then we're also asking that any entities or beings associated with you that are not for your highest and best good be sent to God's light now. And just watch as they're removed from your energy field, from your body. Sometimes we have them inside our bodies, sometimes they're around our bodies, but they can only stay with your permission. So you just tell them they have to go now. They no longer have permission to stay here. So for you having headaches, sometimes it's because you're connected to other people's stuff and you're feeling all their stuff. So we're just disconnecting all those attachments.
It's mainly because I live with very sick people.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to move out. I'm hoping to move out though, so I have my own space, so I don't have to deal with sick people anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes you're connected to them. Sometimes if you're an empath, you're just feeling their energy. So people that are empaths feel all the emotional pain and physical pain from people around them, right? And so there's ways to control that too. So you have complete control of what you feel. So if you're healing, you're doing a reading or healing on somebody, you may want to feel what they've got going on. If that's the way your intuition communicates with you, then do the healing, then turn it off. So you can almost look at it as a dial that you're turning the volume up and down or turning it completely off, however you want to imagine it. But you're in control of how much you want to sense from other people. So play around with that idea too. Okay?
Yeah, I do. As I said, I do a lot of shielding, but I just needed extra assistance today.
Okay, great. All right, so let's just ask your heart to bring into consciousness anything remaining. Sometimes we get it all in one pass, and sometimes it takes a couple passes because there's layers. So you're just going to ask your heart to bring into consciousness any remaining elements that are contributing to the issue or preventing it from being healed right now. Sometimes there's just a belief it's not possible, miracles aren't possible, or whatever. So we're just bringing all that in and everything related to it that would be in your highest and best good to heal. Let it all in. And then once we have it here, we can transform it. It's commanded that all these elements be transformed now in the highest and best way across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Thank you. And so it is. And then just watch as that energy shifts. Okay, now we're going to do the physical healing now. So just put your attention on that body part that you would like to have healed and ask to be shown an image of what that body part looks like now, highlighting all the areas that need any kind of healing. And if you're visual, you may see as a picture, otherwise you may just feel or know what it looks like.
What comes to me is the left part of the brain.
It looks what, sorry?
The left part of the brain.
Okay, great. And now ask for another image of what it would look like in its perfect health, balance, alignment. And then tell me when you have that image.
I have it.
Okay, great. And do they look different?
A little bit.
Okay, great. So now we're going to do the physical healing. So you're just going to hold the intention of on all levels, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything related to it. Your intention is to allowing it to be completely transformed and healed. Okay, I'm going to channel this pure source energy to each of your bodies, and it's going to use your intention to do the healing. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. And then you're watching the image of what it looks like now, and you'll know it's done when it looks like the same as the other image of what it would be in that perfect health, balance, and alignment. So that other image is a reference point of what it would look like when it's healed. Okay, how's that feeling now?
I got less pressure now.
Okay.
And, it was not really headaches, more like a pressure, like a pressure. But
okay.
It's slightly relief.
Is it gone completely, or is it still there?
It's slightly there, but as I said, I think once I get out later on today, I'll be fine.
Okay.
It's in the afternoon. It's morning in the UK, so
okay.
So so once I'm being allowed to get out where I am,
Okay.
I think I'll be okay,
Okay, so let's change any of those beliefs that there's like different conditions that you need to feel okay. Okay, so let's, because you don't want to say, oh, when this happens and that happens, then I'll be okay. You want to shift that, okay? Because that's just a story that you've told yourself and a belief, which will keep you limited to that, right? So.
Oh yeah, the trick. You mean the trick to the brain? Basically, it's the trick to the brain.
No, it's not to trick the brain, but it's just to let go of those beliefs, right? To let go of those stories. Because whatever you believe to be true is true for you, right? And so if you choose to hold on to that belief, then you're going to be limited within that constraint. Okay, so just go back into your heart and then ask your heart to bring into consciousness all the elements, including those beliefs that would prevent you from being completely healed and from the healing to stay. So bring all that into consciousness. Remember, it's from every lifetime, from every story, from every experience, from wherever it's coming, that's preventing you from accepting the healing and allowing the healing to stay. So anything preventing that, bring that in. And it's commanded that all these things be transformed now in the highest and best way across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Thank you, and so it is. And then watch as that energy shifts. Okay, now I'm going to channel the energy again. And again, we're going to hold that intention of allowing it to be completely healed on all levels. Okay. So just see the healing take place for you in your head, in your brain, wherever's contributing to the headache, in your whole body. If there's other places contributing, just observe it just being transformed and healed. You're just witnessing it without judgment, without ego, just interesting, washing it. And just allow it. Okay, how's that feeling now?
Good.
Good. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for playing with us.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for your patience, everyone. I'm sorry it was a bit too long, but I really appreciate that. It's 5 p.m. in the UK, so I really appreciate this time.
Oh, good.
5 o'clock in the morning where she is, so that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm an early riser. I go
noticed...
to bed like early at 8 o'clock and then wake up to come here on the show.
Wow.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad that you were able to get this. And I noticed several other people were participating. So I'm wondering if Tangela or Christine or any of the others who are participating, if you want to jump in, just unmute yourself and share any experience you might have had. Tangela.
Thanks, Scott. And thank you so much, Laura. That was beautiful. And yes, I was actually participating in the healing as well. And, was bringing in the energies around certain situation and definitely felt the energies shifting and dissipating. And then I really appreciated you kind of going further when, on saying, let's dissipate your resistance, because when there was still some remaining pain for her, you're like, there's some resistance within you that these miracles can actually occur and shift. And then working with those energies, I felt that shift again very powerfully. So thank you. Amazing.
Great.
Does anybody else want to? Yeah, anybody else want to share what took place?
Yeah, I'll share. I was really happy to receive that, Laura. Thank you so much. What a
You're
gift.
welcome.
For all of us to be in the presence of that. We all received it. And I just love how you led us, and the beauty of connecting to the divine above and the earth below, and the simplicity and the sacred heart. And I felt a lot of changes. And I had the intention to shift something that has been really plaguing me for decades. And I've seen many healers about it and tried many things, and everything moves me forward to a degree, but to have the opportunity to be in this sacred space with you and receive this energetic healing and be here with the tribe, and for us to do this together was really a profound gift, and I'm so grateful.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
I'm going to read some of the comments that have come in from the chat box, because there's some beautiful comments coming in. And again, I can't always read all of them, but I do my best to read at least some of them. Here, I'll add to the spotlight here. So here we go. Mark says, I feel that the healing channels have a lightness of being now. Karen Eisenberg writes, yes, much lighter and at great peace. Thank you, Laura, so much. Susan Coelho writes, I felt the energy shift. Noelle writes, I felt energy moving in my throat. I was expecting that, but it was an affirmation that the energy was truly moving. Eleanor Joy writes, I felt much lighter in my being. And Eleanor Joy also says, I appreciated your deeper insights, Laura. And Pure Love Essence just wrote, thank you, everyone. Dr. Laura writes, wow, even in Pure Love's face. And Blanche writes, thank you for another wonderful show. So, beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Well, I just love to show people how simple it is and easy it is to heal. It doesn't have to be painful. I mean, you bring it into consciousness, you might feel a little bit, but immediately you shift it and it's gone. So, like, you know, when you have something traumatic, if you think about it and it brings back pain or it makes you angry or whatever, you know it's healed when you can think about that incident and you feel neutral. And I mean, it really works. I mean, it just, like, you know, I'll have somebody tell me they were abused as a child and they're crying and they tell me all this stuff, and then I do the healing and they're like, yeah, that happened to me, is no big deal. I mean, it literally just completely shifts. It's just miraculous.
It sounds like what happens is somehow the grooves of the brain are changing. And so the reptile brain reaction to the memory shifts into frontal lobe empathy and understanding and neutral observation.
Yes. Yeah. So it's almost like you're looking at somebody else's experience. So you can look at somebody else's life and be more neutral because you're not in their pain or in their experience. And it's almost like that you look at your own life then, like something that happened and it's like, okay, it brought me to where I am, and it's, you know, taught me all these lessons, and I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't experience that anger or unforgiveness and learn to transform it. You know, so you can take something that was like makes you angry and actually be grateful for it. And that's when you truly heal, which is when you can have gratitude for everything in your life, every experience, because it just makes you evolve more and more into the spiritual being that we all are. And then the more you help yourself and heal yourself, you're healing your whole family, you're healing all your acquaintances, because as you heal yourself, you're healing those around you. It's just so powerful. And then we're healing, like Tangela was saying, is like, you know, you start healing yourself, you think it's just you, but you're healing everybody around you, and then you're healing the whole planet, and then you're healing the whole universe, and it's so powerful. It's like, and so the biggest responsibility is to heal yourself, like heal your stuff that you've got going on, because the clearer you are, the more light you can hold, and the more you can help others. So when you work on yourself and you really get rid of your stuff, you can be a pure channel or conduit to help others heal. I'm just connecting to that pure source energy, and I just allow it to come through, and it helps them. If I had my stuff in the way, these would be filters that would not allow the energy to be so pure, right? So it's just so powerful what we can do, what we're all capable of.
Well, that's a good segue. I'm going to show you a website, but I want to read one more comment. Dia Therese was somebody that actually I wanted to have do it, and she kind of missed and didn't turn her camera on. But she wrote, I was completely engaged and feel it was uncanny because the woman that was chosen had similar places to heal. So it kind of works out beautifully. So, of course, we want to know more of how we can get more of Laura. And her website is lightconnectors.com, lightconnectors.com. And I'm going to kind of walk through this one a little bit, and then maybe after that, if Tangela, you want to show her SoulSearch, you can show her SoulSearch profile. But you've talked a few times about how you teach other people to learn. So is that would we go to private sessions or group sessions for that?
Well, I mean, I have private sessions where I work one-on-one with people, which I do pretty often. And then group sessions are a less expensive way for people to receive healing. And then we meet on Zoom. So it's 4 to 10 people. And I do a healing on everybody at once. And so it's a little more affordable for people that want to do that. Plus, they just get to meet other people. And then I also teach classes, but I'm not doing as much of that anymore because it's pretty time consuming for me, where I was teaching a 12-week class and every week I teach them a different technique. They work on each other and then they work on other people. But I'm kind of putting that on hold for a little bit just because I get my joy out of helping people heal. And so that's what I'm putting my energy on right now.
Beautiful. And again, we want to remind everybody to go to SoulSearch. Find these wonderful people through SoulSearch. Tangela, anything you want to share, or Laura, about your profile page here?
Sure. I mean, in my website or in the profile page here too, the most popular sessions that I do is the one-on-one sessions. And so we meet for 50 minutes and I go through a whole bunch of things, clearing a bunch of stuff. And then afterwards, I offer to do daily remote healing on people. So what I found is oftentimes people receive an instant healing, but sometimes things will start coming back as life happens and their vibration gets lower and stuff. And so by doing the daily remote healing on them, I'm working on them every morning as a group and raising their vibration so that the healing that we did together takes hold. And I found that that's been extremely effective. And for those who want more than just healing one particular issue, if they want a complete life transformation where you're manifesting things, you're changing the outcome of things, you're healing your hormones, you're healing, there's tons of things that people can do. I offer like a longer session, which is called life transformation sessions, where I meet with them one-on-one once a week and do the healing. And then I also do the daily remote healing. And so those are options as well.
Beautiful. Wonderful to meet you. Thank you, Laura. Hope you'll come back on the show again soon.
Thank you.
Your SoulSearch buddies and friends. And God's bless. Are you in Sedona also, or are you in Southern California?
No, I'm in Los Gatos, California.
Oh, you're in Los Gatos. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The cats.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Laura. See you soon.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to, in a moment, close out the show with a final rap song from that amazing, wonderful man that we met. But before we do that, Tangela, I've got a couple Global Peace Tribe announcements I got to make. And I want to let people know that I'm planning our summer season, winter for those of you down under. And I didn't have a chance to make the posters yet. But next week, we've got some really wonderful things. Many of you know Larissa Stowe. She's one of our favorite musical artists. And I'm actually going to be staying in her home temple next weekend and broadcasting our shows from there. And so on Friday night, I'm going to be with Larissa and her dear friend Mirabai. Many of you may know Mirabai. She's a great spiritual teacher and a few other guests. And we're going to be working on the 6 affirmations of the Weevolution. The Weevolution is a beautiful movement, similar to SoulSearch. And so that'll be next Friday night. And then on Saturday night, the 16th, I'm collaborating with Unify and Global Coherence Pulse. And it's going to be a powerful show called Love is the Answer. And we've got Gary Malkin doing music. We've got Johanna Beekman doing music. And we've got some amazing presenters who are going to be speaking and some pretty significant celebrity speakers that are coming through Unify to be on the show that night. And then on the 17th, We're going to start the Sacred Sunday show with Larissa, since I'll be with her, and her amazing healing journey, how she healed herself from cancer. It's an amazing story. And then we're going to go right into a 6-hour extravaganza, Fantuzzi, and a lot of amazing musical artists, all connected and associated with the Rainbow Gathering. Many of them were just at the big one, others who have passed, and that's going to be next Sunday. So a great weekend of shows, and please, everybody, help get the word out. Let people know about the Global Peace Tribe, about the Awakening World, about SoulSearch, so we can build our community. I also want to mention that Tangela and I are beginning to talk in great earnest about our first Global Peace Tribe retreat, and we're looking at being the weekend of October 21 to 24 in Sedona, Arizona. So it's pretty easy to get there. You can fly into Phoenix. It's a 2-hour drive. We'll arrange, and we'll have all sorts of details for you, but it's going to be really fun, and we're building it around an already existing event that Tangela is doing with Neil Gar, our good friend from Portal to Ascension, and it's a music festival that they are organizing on Sunday the 23rd, and Kristen Hoffman and Cornflower are planning on joining us live, so we can actually all be together, like hugging each other and seeing what we really look like, and not just holographic images. So kind of put that in your calendars, and of course we'll broadcast it online for those who can't make it live. But it's going to be really special to finally be able to meet some of each other in person. I haven't even met Tangela yet, although I'm going to meet her on Tuesday. So.
And we have met. We met in Tiburon, Scott.
Oh my God, we had dinner. That's right. You're right. You're right. And it was a nice dinner too.
It'll be wonderful to meet again in person.
I'm looking forward to it. And all of our people. So looking forward to meeting everybody. One last announcement I need to make is some of you might have mentioned that Debbie's not with us, Debbie Johnston, and she needed to move on and find a full-time job, and I wasn't able to provide that for her. And I need support, so I'm looking for 1 or 2 assistants who can help me with the things that Debbie did. So if any of you are interested in supporting me, I'm a fun person to work with, please private message me. You can private message me on Facebook, or you can email me. And all of you have my email address because you all are in the Zoom room and you've all gotten emails from me. So you can email me. If you do email me, put in the subject line, interested in supporting you, and then I'll see it. So do you want to say anything about the music festival, Tangela?
Sure. So thanks, Scott. Yes. So many of you might know Portal to Ascension. It's another platform for spirituality and consciousness. Neil Gar runs numerous events. He's also a very active member of our SoulSearch community. So Neil and I have partnered SoulSearch and Portal to Ascension. We're actually going to be hosting an online conference the weekend of October 15th and 16th, which many of our wonderful SoulSearch community members who are here tonight, such as Laura, Krista, Melissa, are all going to be a part of. And sorry, there's a cat in here. So we're excited about that. And then in conjunction, the following weekend, Portal to Ascension and SoulSearch, we are hosting a 1-day super conscious music festival with all spiritual artists, both locally and coming in from out of town. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And around all of the super conscious activity we're having in Sedona that whole week, Scott and I are now in discussion with some of our other SoulSearch members like Suzanne Ross on planning this amazing retreat, which I'm already excited to see. Kiki Willett is commenting that she's looking at that retreat as an October birthday gift to herself. So that's wonderful. So, we really hope to see, many of you there in person. And I'm sure it's just going to be the first of many in-person events we'll be organizing together. So
in the spirit of the amazing magic of this show, Mark Danisovsky, who I'm going to actually put the spotlight on him for a moment. Mark, right after we announced last night about the retreat in Sedona, he had just gotten an offer to play a music gig in Phoenix. He wasn't sure if he was going to do it. He said yes, and they gave him a higher offer, and so Mark is going to be joining us as well. So Mark, hopefully you'll play some music during the retreat for us as well. We'll make sure we get a location that has a piano, and looking forward to meeting you in person, Mark.
That's wonderful. And I had the pleasure of meeting Mark in person recently in San Diego.
That's
So it's
right,
just
you
beautiful.
guys did. You connected there, right?
In fact, he came to the Psychic and Healing Fair. So it's just so wonderful that, through this community, we're making these online virtual connections, but also, the personal connection. So it's really beautiful.
Yeah. Well, speaking of music, this amazing man that everybody is just falling in love with, you guy. You are like the new big thing on Global Peace Tribe. So what do you have for us to close out our show?
Oh my God, Scott, Tangela, and our soul family. I really have been to a lot of online events, but the family vibe that I feel here is amazing. So whatever you guys are being and doing and transmitting is appreciated. Honored, pleasure to share one of my medicines, which is rap music. It was there for me at a time when I felt no one was there for me. So music is food for our soul. And I've got a song called, it's funny, I was like asking Spirit, what song should I share? And earlier in this conversation, Tangela, you were talking about women and in our culture, and it's like stepping up and breaking the cycle. So that answered my question. So it's a song dedicated to women. I was with a soul sister of mine in Australia, and she had 4 kids, and they're all swearing in their rap songs, which all have demeaning lyrics towards women. It's like strategically rap is being used to degrade, like to create a division between men and women and create hatred towards each other. And so when she told me that, I was like, all right, be the change you wish to see. So I created a song to counter that. So it's a song in reverence to the divine feminine, really. I like saying that because it's in me, it's in Scott, it's in Tangela, it's in all of us, the divine feminine. So, but it's also a way of honoring women and saying thank you and I appreciate you. And so the song's called it's also a rap remix of a pagan song called "We All Come from the Goddess" that I heard at my first Rainbow gathering. So I want to give her full shout outs. I wish I had her name right now, but it's not my song. But we just rap remixed it. So here we go. I wish upon you, 'cause you're the brightest star, shining bright at night, illuminate the skies. A goddess in disguise, but we barely recognize. All we see are scars and we believed in all those lies. But how long do we climb, falling every time? Gotta get back up, 'cause now it's time to rise. Now it's time to shine. Now we realize, open up your eyes, you are the spark of the divine. Has anyone ever told you that you're a miracle? Let go of the old you, become more mystical. A body in the spiritual, you are magical. An old soul who's been here many times before. A portal to heaven's door, a truth that we ignored. It's known but never told, what are we holding back for? Break through all those glass doors. I know we feel like actors, but be yourself and send fear. Running through the back doors, be yourself and send fear. Running through the back doors. I am resilient, I am persistent, spirit is insisting to keep me uplifted. I am so gifted, I am so bliss-filled, let go of resistance, don't get it twisted. I know who I am, I've come from a far away galaxy, and I've come to play my part in sync and harmony like the strum of a guitar. Another part of me, we are one and not apart. Life is a movie and you're the star actor. You are the master, write a new chapter. Fill it with laughter, no need for plasters. Let your wounds breathe and they will heal faster. Trying to make sense of all of this nonsense. My heart is my guide, intuition my compass. Take a look around, see angels among us. We are infinite, so nothing can stop us. Take a look around, see angels among us. We are infinite, so nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. 'Cause we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return. Sing it. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return. Sing it. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return. Connecting to the divine feminine, saying thank you, I'm sorry.
Thank
Please
you.
forgive me. I love you. I appreciate you. And so it is.
Yes.
That is the perfect song to close out our show. Absolutely perfect. And I'm going to go to gallery view for a moment and let everybody turn on your cameras, because as we look around, look at all these angels. Look at all these Global Peace Tribe angels. I love it. Pure Love Essence is still with us, even at 6 o'clock in the morning. And these are just some of the amazing, beautiful angels. We are all part of the imaginal cells of the new butterfly growing out of the old paradigm, coming together, taking hands, supporting each other. You're all very, very, very beautiful. And I see old friends, I see new friends. Every week we grow, and it's very, very beautiful. So thank you so much. Are you going to join us next week for the Rainbow Gathering? Are you available, Tarek?
I will make myself available, brother. That's the biggest honor. Rainbow Gathering's been my best experience in life thus far. And yeah, I'll definitely, if I don't know, I'll reach out to you guys online.
Yeah, reach out to me and we'll figure out the timing and all of that. But I definitely would love to have you come back on, since, and we've got 6 hours of musical artists. So we'll
Brother,
definitely have time.
I did a whole Rainbow Warriors album, which was like a whole bunch of rainbow songs. It's a whole album, which is rainbow songs turned into rap. So definitely would love to bless the mic, share some wisdom, share some music.
Beautiful, beautiful. We'll look forward to that.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. That was incredible, Tarek. Thank you so much for joining us. And throughout the show today, a lot of people were asking for healings from Tarek too, and we didn't have time for that today. So we're going to have to bring Tarek on for another show where we get to hear his rapping again, but also experience some of his group healings and activations, which I've personally experienced and are amazing. So excited for that.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Wow.
Hey, just before we end, I want to remind people, and I'm really proud, we had 14 people donate tonight, and I'm going to read their names in a moment. Let me pull up one more time and put it in the chat box where people can donate to the wonderful GoFundMe for Celestine to really support creating this digital platform. And in a moment, I'm going to read the names of those who contributed from our Global Peace Tribe tonight. And so thank you, everybody. And there's still time for you to contribute. So I just put it back in the Zoom room. And let me go to the fundraiser and there we go. I'm going to share the screen. All right. So I want to thank Melissa. God bless you, Melissa, our psychic. Marjorie Biller, thank you. Ayada, one of our regulars who's always coming. Jan Ciccone, Iona Marshall. These are people that have been coming week after week, month after month, year after year. Ms. Atira, who we met, who got a little healing today. Mark Danisovsky, our buddy in San Diego, who we're going to meet in Sedona. Kim, thank you, Kim Newick. Victoria, and Heaven Hope, that actually was yesterday. So thank you, everybody, and you can still donate to carry on Celestine's light, and that is really what this is all about. Let's continue to support Celestine. I will read tomorrow. Anybody that donates tonight, later tonight, or come back tomorrow to our Sacred Sunday show, we're going to drop into that amazing question. Who was Jesus? Who was Yeshua? Who was Mary Magdalene? What was their relationship? And we're going to hear from Jesus and Mary Magdalene through the channel of Renee and Anthony. So I'm pretty excited about that, Tangela.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I always love connecting with Mary Magdalene and Yeshua through Renee and Anthony. Beautiful experience, and just love feeling the power of their personalities and who they are. I'm excited to, for everyone to feel that together. So that's going to be fun.
Beautiful. And I see that Tarek put into the chat box just now his YouTube, so you can, what we just listened to, that Goddess Anthem, you can find it on YouTube under Goddess Anthem, Indigo Prophet, and the link is in the Zoom room. And I'll put it for our friends on Unify. Tangela, what a great show. I love collaborating with you. Thank you so much. And
thank you. What an incredible night. I mean, just the energy of every soul here, so powerful, so beautiful. I just love all of us bringing our hearts together, wide open,
and just connecting into this huge effervescent light together. I mean, we are truly creating new earth together here in this moment as we all connect and share our hearts, and and just really step into all of these miracles that we can all create. So it's just such a beautiful privilege to be here with everyone. And thank you to all of our incredible guests, our musical guests, and of course our entire global peace tribe for connecting with us. I just love it so much and love you guys so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I've gone to gallery review. Kimberly Meredith is still with us, and our wonderful poet, A. Marie Brown, is with us. So thank you, everybody. And of course, Christine's beautiful harp music, Laura's amazing healings, Krista. Thank you, everybody. Galaxy. It's been a beautiful night, and we will hopefully see all of you tomorrow on the Sacred Sunday Show. Good night, everybody, and have a good evening.
Thank you.